Hello, testing. Okay, almost forgot to unmute myself for a second there. Hi. So, small correction, it turns out we're at chapter like 4 of 6, so maybe not finishing tonight. Probably going to at least get a chapter done, though. We'll see. I was wondering, this game, I thought the game was a bit longer, but I swear when I checked achievements last week, I only saw for like 4 chapters, maybe 5. Oh. You know what? We might as well see what's happening over here.
Well, I'm almost glad to see you, Clay. Almost.
You bet. This place gives me the creeps. Just look at that thing on the wall.
I'm more concerned about all those bots.
They're inactive, you fool.
Got a bad feeling anyway. So, what are we supposed to do here?
Hey, find out by yourself.
You okay?
I'm fine.
You forgot to take your pill.
Yeah.
I didn't take mine yet. Maybe I can give you half. Hey! Don't you dare! You jerk! That was mine!
No big deal. You'll get one as soon as we go out. Besides, you know a pill isn't efficient unless you take it whole.
You'll never change. Always so arrogant. If I wasn't so tired, I'd beat the crap out of you.
Focus! You'd better get out of here fast, buddy.
You won't get away with this.
Yeah, I think I'll do his side of things first now that I'm here.
I'm afraid to find out what this is used for.
Looks kind of like restraints.
Weird. When I approach this thing, a picture appears. Is this the outside of the building? 2 locked doors without a handle. I bet these are exits, and each one of us ought to take a different one.
Wow! You must have gathered all your brain cells to understand this.
Shut up.
You know, I literally could beat you up right now. Just saying. Don't make me.
Locked. A collectible ad. Great!
One of these days. I keep forgetting I should check these things. In fact, let me get a screenshot. I'm sure I have one already, but...
Watching them makes me uneasy.
Why?
Not sure myself. Maybe they just remind me of your mother.
How dare you? She's so much more than these pieces of junk.
Yeah. Better look away. This won't open. But it might actually be a good thing. This foot screen seems to display the results of this trial so far.
You sure took your time. I've been stuck here for ages.
You mean you didn't solve your share of puzzles?
Of course I did. Easy as pie. They're really taking us for beginners.
You know it's your mom who set up this trial, right?
Wrong. It was crafted a long time ago. She's only following instructions.
From who?
Not sure. She's very secretive when it comes to this.
I'm expecting there's some weird twist to what the trials are about, so... Okay. Button.
Whoa! That button activates. Some energy shock on that part of the wall? I'd rather not. I might accidentally punch him in his arrogant face. Let's explore the room. You've got to be kidding me! We're having a test here, you know.
Why do you think they have this? Check the foot screen. It's telling us to wait. If we're going to get stuck here for a while, we might as well have a good time.
Well, I'm not going to sit around and do nothing.
Of course you won't. There's only one bed.
You're hopeless. I'm afraid to find out what this is used for. Looks like I can't go back.
Hey, where do you think you're
Okay,
going?
so there's two exits.
This is the room I came from. There's no point going back there.
I hate to admit defeat, but he's right.
Come on, relax. You're always so tense. It's a wonder you haven't had a heart attack already.
Easy for you to say. You're like a drummer dwelling in the slums. Life's always treated you well.
You don't know anything.
You know what? Let's prod him a little.
Dare to share?
No.
It's about your mother, right? Nobody dares to ask, but I need to know. How come your mom's a bot?
When I was 8, there was an accident.
An accident?
My mom, she didn't make it. She got her memories transferred.
What? Oh, is that even possible?
I can't remember much, but I've been raised by this robot, and I don't see her as one. She's always been good to me.
That robot has had a brain upload.
As far as I can tell, she's my mom, and that's all that matters.
At least you've got one.
Ha, you're right. I'd rather have a robotic mother than a dead one.
That's mean, you know.
But true. And your dad? I mean, your real one.
What about him?
Well, did he run away when he found out what kind of son he had? No way! I'm right?
I've barely known him. I think he left Mom when I was 5 or something. Soon after, he disappeared off the face of the earth.
What was his name?
Remn.
Remn. I've never had a father myself. My mom resorted to laboratory procreation. She wanted me to be perfect.
This explains a lot.
And she
Ooh,
succeeded.
ears just popped.
Don't make me laugh.
You're not?
Every day, I have to give it my best. Do you know what it's like to have all your actions, all your destiny, planned out for you, even before you were born? I'm tired. As soon as I get my diploma, I'll live my own life.
Sorry. I realize we've both had problems growing up.
Yeah.
Hey, look! The screen changed.
Finally!
One over there?
That means...
One of us gets stuck to that wall while the other does what exactly?
who knows?
We need to make a decision.
We know what the wall does, more or less. So we know leaving you two. So we know you staying at the wall is a bad idea. Oh, Clay.
You go.
No way! I'm not stupid. This looks dangerous.
This must be a test of cooperation. What do you think will happen if none of us does?
Then why don't you go?
I'm worried I might get claustrophobic.
No worries. If anything happens, I'll let you out.
How do you know you'll be able to let me out?
Mom wouldn't allow it. Besides...
10 seconds left.
We're running out of time. If no one goes... You win.
Finally, you listen to reason.
Uh-oh.
The game will now start.
I've got a bad feeling.
Oh, stop being such a drama queen.
Typical. You're not the one chained up.
The host should remain silent.
You heard the voice? Shut up.
I hate you.
Student, please say your name and your partner's name.
Stupid. You already know them.
Clay!
What? I just made a little mistake.
Student, please say the following out loud. I love you, Graph. Please forgive me.
Oh, fuck.
What?
We're doomed.
Just do it.
Okay. I can't.
What are you afraid of?
Well, okay. Let's do this. I love you, Graph. Please forgive me.
I wish it was sincere.
But it is. I may keep playing pranks, but I'm still worried about you.
Right.
Student, if a thug threatened your partner, would you risk your life to protect him?
Yeah, of course I would.
Oh, really? Clay, my hero! Save me, please!
Very funny.
Uh-oh! I might need your help after all.
What do you mean? But...
Time to prove it.
I...
You what? Remember our self-defense lessons.
But that's not the same... Ah! It's gonna hit me! Graph! Help!
How could I? I'm stuck. Come on, punch it, kick it.
Ah! Ha! Made it!
No, you totally screwed.
Next phase, please.
Student, let's play a game.
Another one?
When you hear this bell sound, step on the dash symbol. When you hear this unscrewing sound, step on the point symbol. When you hear this beep sound, step on the colon symbol.
I'm gonna pray I can remember that.
When you don't hear a sound for more than 2 seconds, step on the empty panel.
So, dash, point, colon. Sounds fun.
I guess there was a way to get him on the wall, in which case I had to do all this.
Game is over. Your performance was good.
Urgh, that can't be.
It said your performance was good.
Good isn't good enough. We're in a competition, you know.
Student, you may now press the button next to you.
That button.
Each activation gives you a point for your final score.
No way! Whoever designed this has a twisted mind. Clay? Look, I know I haven't always been a friend, but...
Don't worry, I won't do it.
Whew, you had me scared for a second.
It would be too much of a risk for my score.
Student, this session is over. You may exit now. Thank you for your participation.
Clay! Aren't you forgetting a thing?
Oh, don't underestimate yourself. You're more than a thing. Well, just a bit.
Thanks. I really thought you'd leave me here.
No problem. It's possible they're spying on our behavior.
That's your concern? After everything you've done?
Well, it worked. The door is opened.
There's no time to lose. My throat is burning.
I'll take exit number 2. You take the first.
As you wish.
Maybe I was a little harsh on him. He'll be fine.
Oh no. The pollution is really starting to affect me. If only that idiot didn't take my pill. I better get out of here. Fast! Finally out! A pipe pill! In bad shape. Please, oh please be working! Oh no! That darn thing is messed up! I should call Brock. Maybe he can get me some. Come on! Reply! Just for once! Of course. What was I thinking? never there when I need him. What should I do now? What's happening? I can't focus.
Right?
Awesome, I found it. So, I was inside some kind of...
I guess that damage is because I'm taking in pollution.
I shouldn't get too far in this state.
Psst.
Squealers.
Hey, boy. Got what you need.
A pill?
Yep. 1,000 unis.
Are you serious? No thanks. I'll get one from another pipe.
You won't.
What?
There ain't any more. All pipe pills kaput.
I don't believe you.
Okay. Go check. But that's my last one. I may have nothing when you're back. Will you take the risk?
Where did you get it?
Not your business.
I won't buy it unless you tell me.
We squealers take risks to make sure even kitties like you stand a chance to stay alive.
Provided we get money.
That's all you need to know.
Okay then. There's an app to detect counterfeit. Let me check. Yep, authentic.
So, 1,000 unis. Take it or leave it.
We don't have 1,000.
Forget it. I don't trade with crooks.
Everyone says that. But kitty, let me remind you of something. You don't have much time left. Heard the struggling to breathe gets atrocious right before the end.
Get stuffed. Stubach,
Hello, human.
by any chance, do you have a pill?
Bill?
No, a pill.
Bill.
Darn it! You piece of junk built to destroy our future! Can't you see I need help?
Transferred 200 unis.
Wait, what? That's true. He gave me money. Great. Unexpected, but thanks.
Goodbye.
Still not very chatty. Closed. It's Graf. This is urgent. I need your help. Please open. No use. Aw. I don't feel like pressing this button. Looks suspicious. I don't feel like... Is that a saw I'm seeing in here? I'll try not to get too close.
What about heading home?
Brock's not here. Oh, please, tell me in a pill somewhere. Can't breathe.
I'm hoping I'm not on the clock for that.
Let's look around.
Sure.
Now that's a cool hover bike. When I was young, I always dreamt of riding one of these. Still do, actually.
That looks dangerous to me. I thought these were illegal.
I can't make a real living without some risks.
I guess we go in.
Lasers.
Maybe we should.
Huh?
Someone heard us.
Let's enter.
Who are you?
That's surprising.
We're here to investigate.
No kidding, man. The chief of police said he'd send his best investigators. I didn't expect to see a darn crook and an ugly boy.
Watch your tongue. We're here to help.
Uncle Wes sent us. You can call him to check.
No point. I know the old weasel. I shouldn't be surprised.
No time to waste. Fill us in on the situation.
Yeah, I should have guessed he wouldn't take time for that either. One of the 2 engineers living here has disappeared.
Living? Aren't they supposed to work here?
Same. They never leave the place.
What makes you think the situation is serious?
I do regular room checks. During my last one, I just couldn't find Dr. Hush.
Couldn't he just be hiding somewhere?
Man, don't take me for an amateur. I've looked all over the place. Besides, the guy's medical device has stopped indicating any vitals for hours.
Maybe he arranged his escape and left while he didn't look.
Impossible. As you've seen, lasers block the entrance constantly. Even the engineers aren't allowed to leave without permission, which is by request to us agents. Well, Dr. Hush didn't make any such request.
That place sounds like prison.
Nah, I know those intellectual types. They don't mind dedicating their whole life to working on their crazy projects. She is a good example of that. I'm pretty sure they asked for it.
The croc is correct. They said to me once that studies have proven this way of living enhances creativity. To me, that's just an excuse to do whatever they want, but the heck do I know? The barriers are for their own protection from outside threats.
Yeah, totally not paranoid.
You should know. That fits the description of most drummers. Can't blame them with all those drones roaming outside. But they created this situation themselves.
There's more
Are
here.
you the only guard in this place?
I prefer the term security agent.
Whatever. Answer the question.
Fortunately not. I couldn't stand being here all day. But there's only one of us at a time. The scientist was there when I arrived this morning. He disappeared during my shift.
Has this situation happened before?
Don't think so. I mean, those scientists may be crazy over the edge. They're locked up in here, so that limits the possibilities.
A squealer.
Yeah.
Given my recent experience, I'm not used to trusting those guys. Is he any different?
Last I checked, all squealers are basically in exile.
Anything you can tell me on that missing engineer, Dr. Hush?
So I'm kind of wondering how he's here.
Just your average scientist in his 40s. Pretty sure his only family and friends are his bot prototypes.
Bots? He's making them?
Not exactly. He specialized in AI programming. He occupies the room on the left.
When was the last time he was seen?
I arrived this morning at 3 a.m. When I take my shift, I always check on him. He was there.
So, you saw him? Are you certain?
Yeah, in the flesh.
Did he exit his room after that?
Yeah, I saw him go to the restroom. His medical tracking stopped at around 5 a.m. That thing isn't very precise, so it could have been 1 or 2 hours before or after.
What? With all the advanced technology available, you'd think this would be accurate.
It's called living privacy.
Even if you're dead?
I won't pretend to know your job, Croc Detective, but you shouldn't jump to conclusions. You better darn well be alive. I can't afford losing my job.
About Dr. Hush, what else can you tell me?
Don't know. You'd better take a look at this room. That should tell you more about the character.
Got it. You mentioned 2 engineers, didn't you?
Yeah, Dr. Mink is the other one. He's working on nanobots. Kind of the I-know-it-all type.
How do they get along?
They don't. They're like cats
Blunt.
and dogs, always bickering over stupid things. Yet they've never asked to be moved to another lab. I guess it's just a game of rivalry.
Let's hope so. Anyone else here?
Nope. All visitors are required special permissions, and that includes drone deliveries. No one entered or exited the building until your arrival.
Why would you need deliveries if you've got a pipe mail in the hall?
Some packages still can't pass through there, you know.
Could somebody use it to escape?
No way! You'd have to be cut into pieces, and that would surely leave some traces around.
Ugh, right. Are you certain there's no escape route?
A lot
Yeah,
on the
The
labs.
windows are fake. The labs are not connected in any way. They made sure of this when building the place. The only access is the main entrance you came from. Never has been any other way.
Never say never.
Take a gamble? I'd bet 100 unis on this.
I usually wouldn't say no, but can't afford to take that risk right now.
Shame.
And now the
I've
guard.
been meaning to ask, what's a squealer doing here in the drums?
None of your business.
Just mentioning. I thought your clan had been banished from the whole country.
What clan? I'm forbidden from regular jobs just because some others screwed up years ago?
Well,
Shut up. You know nothing. I hate people like you. All focused on looks. Empty brains.
Seems like a touchy subject. Better not insist. Is he hiding something from me, though? I'll have to find out.
Yeah, last I checked, it's been pretty well established by now. All squealers are effectively in exile. So how did he get here? He does have a tox out pill.
What can you tell me about...
Let's rub it.
Straight to the point. I'll take a look around.
Not to. You better solve this fast. I was supposed to finish my shift 1 hour ago. I won't get paid for this overtime.
Okay, it's not in here. I'm sure one of these places
The
would have what we
recipient
need.
for the pipe? As empty as my willingness to examine it. A pipe mail in the middle of the hall?
Those guys receive shipments all the time. Mostly ink for their material printers, but also their junk food. It's very practical.
Can't see anything special about it, but it's shut. Any way to open it?
Nah, it's totally automatized. And only goes one way. The only thing those scientists produce is information. They never need to send anything physically.
Makes sense.
We cannot read the signs. What's at the box?
The recipient for the pipe? As empty as my willingness to examine it. Whose room is this?
Dr. Hush's.
The guy who disappeared? Let's have a look. That's Dr. Hush's? Seems locked. Parts for experiments, maybe? Some information is displayed. Tidy, 90% charged. Do not disturb until charge is complete. It's apparently been charging since 5:10 in the morning? Looks rough. You'd think such valuable personnel would get decent quality mattresses.
You don't mind? There was an ad.
Hey, that's a collectible ad.
They also fuel the hint system, so we might need them.
Parts for experiments, maybe? Parts for some kind of grease spot.
Dude,
Tastes like coffee.
should you really have just done that?
Let's look around.
Sure.
Energizing biscuits. Dr. Hush must have been eating them before disappearing. There are crumbs all over the table. Even on the floor. You'd think scientists would be less clumsy. I know this model. It was pretty popular 20 years ago.
Looks ugly. What could have made them so popular?
Beats me.
There's a
An
painting.
animated painting. This bot is the one displayed on the screen? I'll try turning it.
Warning! Do not disturb until charge is complete.
Oops.
You should listen, Mr. Brock. Otherwise, we might damage it.
What's in there? Nothing in particular. Nice. An ad coupon. An animated... Oh, so this adds some kind of ramp?
Looks like a workbench. It's probably meant to get the bot up.
Some information at height. It's apparently been charging...
You know what? I gotta test something.
Hey, I wouldn't mind leaving either, but don't you
Oh, you mean...
solve this case.
no need...
Alright.
It won't open. Huh? I hear music. A loud beat. Pretty catchy.
Go away. I'm busy.
Huh. What's in there?
The restroom.
I'll have a peek. No one's there. I'll examine this room later. Oh, nice flowers. These make me feel nostalgic for some reason. Let's look around.
Sure.
No, first things first. Not here.
Parts for... This bot. I'll try turn...
Warning!
Oops.
You should listen.
Oh. Huh. Some kind of Greek. Tastes like... That's Dr. Hush's? Seems locked. It's exactly...
Why is there a hole in the ceiling? I apparently can't do anything with it right now, but it's very clear that there's...
An animated...
Ah!
So...
What was that for?
I didn't want to do that. I swear.
Okay. Can't do anything with that.
Energizing bit. Dr. Hush, there are crumbs all... You'd think science...
Do I have anything I could make use of?
That's Dr. Hush's? Seems locked.
Doesn't seem to be any reason not to have the ramp down.
I know this model.
Looks up.
Beats me. Hey, this is really dirty. I'm just straining my eyes. I know this
Looks up.
beats me.
What to do? Hi, Fritz. What to do here? Okay, I'm petting. A brief shout out to Fritz, cat that's in my room right now. He's a bit more demanding than most, so I have to stop for a moment to pet him. Yes, that's my hand. Hello. Do you mind? Look for... Hi. I have to play games for the internet now, okay? No, oh, no, don't climb up right now, okay? Don't climb up.
What's in there? Nothing in particular. Let's look.
Sure.
That's Dr. Seems
Hey,
locked.
hey, don't climb on me like that.
Got more question. Stay put.
I don't have all day yet.
Hey,
Dad.
a pipe mail.
Exactly.
Open.
Oh, okay.
Who the heck are you?
Such a nice way to introduce yourself. Mind if I enter?
Of course I mind. I'm in the middle of something important.
Hi, in the middle of something important. I'm Karn.
Like dancing?
Hmm.
I'm here to.
Get out!
Excuse me a moment. I'm gonna see if Fritz wants out. Come on. Come on, little fella. Ooh, easy there. Yeah, okay, here we go. Head on out. Okay, I sent the little guy out. He's probably bothering one of the other cats by now. Or the dogs. He kind of likes Biscuit.
The recipient for the. Some kind of. Tastes like.
Nah, it doesn't do anything. I don't know if I could sop it up for some reason.
Some information is tidy. 90. It's apparently been charging since 5:10 in the morning. An animated. Combining these to. Nope. Using his favorite magnifying glass, the detective finds nothing.
Is this thing ever useful?
Some information is tidy. It's apparently.
You again? I wasn't clear enough.
I'm a detective. I'm here to investigate.
Oh gosh!
Hey!
I paid all my taxes. Leave me alone.
What?
You again?
No.
Leave me alone, reptile.
Listen, you got 2 seconds to step aside, or else I might start getting a bit angry. And there ain't any punching bags around to vent my frustration.
All right, please.
Okay.
Don't hurt me.
That gets us in here, which is what we apparently needed
So?
to...
Why are you here?
Why is there a body?
Huh? What the? Guard!
Hey, what's going on?
Dr. Hush?
Oh, this is impossible.
Oh my gosh. Is he?
Well, case solved.
But that doesn't make any sense.
So much for looking all over the place, huh?
I swear, he wasn't there.
It's true! What the heck is going on here?
I'll tell you what. Dr. Hush is dead as a doornail.
That can't be. A murder in the drums?
Now I get it. Mink, you wouldn't let me in when I checked this morning. Seems like you had a very good reason for that.
Are you accusing me? You're out of your mind.
There's a corpse in your room, man. What do you have to say about that?
Now, relax. This murder case is in my hands. Let's not jump to conclusions. Guard, block all exits.
Already done, Big Snout.
Then block all communications from outside. Nobody enters or exits this building. And no data either.
On my way.
And you, stay here. Don't move an inch.
Oh, you can't be serious. I've got a ton of work ahead. I'm late on schedule.
And the guy next to you is just late.
Oh, of course a simple mind like you wouldn't understand it.
Your colleague is dead. At this stage, all I can say is that you're a suspect. But even if you're innocent, what do you think might happen if I don't find the culprit? Who's to say you're not the next one on the list?
Ooh. Rats. Even dead, that guy keeps aggravating me.
You're the only one who can explain the tech-savvy stuff, so...
I'll save you time. I'll follow you around so you can keep an eye on me.
Good.
I'm impressed, Mr. Brock. Even with all that, you keep your cool.
Yeah?
Did you already solve a murder case before?
Not that I can remember. But I watched some noir livies when I was young. Seemed like the appropriate things to say.
Oh. Well, you're still pretty cool.
Thanks. Why is this happening to me? Can't I have a normal day for once?
What's this?
What's this? Some kind of apparatus? Ah, I see it now. That's one of those old-fashioned lamps, right next to the body.
With blood on it.
Blood? That would make sense if it bumped into his head. Looks like he's been hit right there. With enough strength, could be enough to kill. No breathing. Poor guy. Looks like he was bludgeoned from behind. I should take a closer look at that stain. Looks like he's been hit right with enough...
Actually, they said closer look, so what happens if I do this?
An ant. That's a good snack. When it's exactly...
Okay.
He's not holding anything, but... There's some black stains on his fingers. I can't see anything important. Nice hands, though. Blood here? Maybe it got there after the impact. Empty pockets. I've rarely seen dead bodies. But I would have thought he'd be more stiff.
Looks like nothing else to be had right now. What the hell's going on here?
Flowers hanging from the ceiling are leaking into this sink.
The juice from Hengalis Wallace boosts focus and memory. Oh, it's so refreshing. I just can't do without it. Want some?
Let's not do that
Well,
just yet.
Let me check if there isn't anything unusual sinking into this first.
Impossible. I add Chlorophodria tribendexine every day to filter it, with some ditoxine tetrachlorodibenzate Q17 to help preserve it from rotting.
You know what? I'll pass. That power socket, it's burnt down.
This is the second time we've seen a burnt socket.
Oh, that's right. I tried hooking up an ancient bot the other day to help me with handling materials. Bad idea. It fried as soon as I hooked it up.
I believe the last one also fried from having a bot hook up to it.
What bot?
Does it matter? I threw it away a week ago, so it's irrelevant to what's happening. All the other bots in this facility are modern.
You mean only old bots can cause this?
Yeah. Manufactured pre-autarchism day, I'd say.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen this. I think it was a old bot that caused it last time.
Don't touch this!
Why? Does it bite?
Don't play stupid. Can't you see that's my work tablet? It contains confidential information.
So?
Do you have any idea what could happen if it fell in the wrong hands?
No, but I'm the detective here, so I'm not giving you a choice.
Okay. Go ahead. Put your greasy hands on it.
I can't do anything. Is it locked?
Yes, obviously. There's security.
Well then, unlock it.
No.
What? Listen, buddy. I'm in no mood for jokes. So do your part, or this little friend of yours may accidentally end up stuck in your face.
If you insist. There. So?
On second thought, I can't understand any of it.
Let me see. Oh. At first glance, I don't see anything suspicious. This is some research data on power efficiency of nanites.
Okay. In any case, I don't see any blood on this tablet, unless it's been wiped off. I doubt this is a crime weapon.
No. You think?
Can't exclude any possibility.
Watch out!
Huh?
I'm working with acidic solutions. You better not put a finger in it.
May I put a leg in?
No.
I thought you were specialized in nanotechnics.
Nanotechnology.
Yeah, that. Small robots. Why the chemicals then?
Nanites act on a molecular level.
Oh, so you're making liquid robots? I guess you could strangle someone with those wires?
See any strangulation marks on the body?
Not really.
What's with this?
A ray of light?
Yup. 10 feet of enjoyment. Ever heard of ray therapy? The hot temperature reduces stress and prevents aging.
Could this be used to hurt someone?
At maximum power, it could burn your skin.
Not killing someone, though.
Maybe if you were to spend years underneath it.
Ugh, really not my kind of art.
You have no taste.
Oh, don't tell me. These are... things.
Nanites, also called nanobots.
Yeah, close enough. What are these for?
Are you serious? We've been using them for ages.
Now that you mention it, I think Leah used them in conjunction with medicine.
Yes, their main usage is health. Inject them, and they can repair your body from the inside.
Neato.
Well, there's a recurring rumor in our nanobot community. A scientist would have succeeded to take direct control of a host through the use of nanites.
Sounds scary.
Indeed. But let me reassure you, this never happened. If someone had truly made such a discovery, he'd be the most famous scientist in the world.
And a supervillain.
So, you didn't?
I wish.
I heard some sound coming from the room earlier. Must have been output from there. I guess Dr. Mink was listening to music?
Glove and a headset.
That glove.
It's for manipulating 3D objects and holograms. How do you think we build our prototypes?
What about the headset?
A diagnosis tool. Nanomachines reproduce the behavior of insects. In particular, they make barely audible sounds depending on the situation. This amplifies their noise, so I can make it out. Why do I even bother explaining?
Sorry, had some bad sleep lately. Is that blood? It looks stretched. Oh, I've seen more speakers than I can bear for one day.
Mr. Brock, there's no time to sleep.
Just, testing if something is unusual about this bed.
So?
It's, unusually comfortable compared to mine. Dr. Mink, I have a few questions to ask you.
We've
I
explored,
was afraid you
so
were going to say
now let's
that.
start poking at him.
But first, please swear to tell the truth.
Of course, I always do. Liars always end up contradicting themselves and revealing the truth. I do not want to waste time, either mine nor yours.
Very well. He doesn't really look trustworthy. I better try and squeeze the facts out of him. See if there are contradictions in his statements.
He more or less just said there would be.
How long have you been working here?
Since I majored in research, about 5 years ago, we've both been selected to join this high-ranked facility. The kind of opportunity that you can't turn down.
So you've known each other for a long time?
Yes, although we've never really been close.
Does this mean you don't like each other?
No, that's irrelevant. We just do our jobs and are entirely dedicated to it. We dedicate our lives so that humanity can progress.
No friends? No family or children either?
Loving a single person, raising a handful of individuals. We cannot afford to live such a petty life. We will be immortalized for our work forever. It will impact the lives of thousands, possibly even millions.
But...
No, but I made this choice years ago, and I never regretted it for a second.
What a sad way to live. So, what kind of scientist are you?
I specialize in nanotechnology and biology. Anything that can help humanity to live longer. We've been studying them for decades. However, a groundbreaking discovery was made in...
Sorry, Doc. I'd prefer to stick to the matter at hand.
Nothing more here.
What can you tell me about Dr. Hush?
He's my... well, he was my colleague. He was dealing with macro-robotic, while I'm dealing with nano. We've been selected to work in the same building, as we're complementary.
And how is your relationship lately?
I see where you're going. Yes, it was a bit tense.
Why?
Well, the government started shifting the funding to scientific projects. In particular, they reduced the budget for nanotechnology projects in favor of AI research.
So this directly impacted your experiments?
Listen, that's true. We've always had some disagreements. But even with the budget alterations, I didn't hold a grudge against him. Actually, he's the one who changed. He barely talked to me anymore. And when he did, the situation got tense. Lately, I could swear he was even trying to avoid me. I just figured he was too busy. But now, I could never imagine he would end up like this.
There's more.
Any idea what could have happened?
Honestly, not the slightest. I was here all day. He wasn't. I'm sure of it.
Well, the corpse is in the middle of your room. You should have seen him enter at some point.
No, I swear. It's like he magically appeared behind me when you entered the room.
Magic, huh?
I know how this sounds, but you've got to believe me.
Right now, I don't believe in anything other than facts. I'll look around for clues.
You better find out the culprit, because I wasn't involved in this. Are you crazy?
What's that?
Okay, he can see it on this end.
Vent?
Yes, we're stuck in here all the time. The air has to recycle somehow.
Nice. An ad. What's that?
Yeah, we're stuck in here.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious he moved through the vent somehow. But how can I get a better look at it? What if I go back? Oh, you're charged.
100% charged. It's apparently been charging since 5:10 in the morning?
Looks like I should be able to do something here, but no. Anyway,
That
we can...
thing, It's blinking green. Does this mean...
YOLO!
What?
Huh?
You seem surprised and unsafe. Do not worry. I do not bite. I am glad to see a new face. It has happened 0 times since I was born.
Oh, so you're...
Dr. Hush's assistant, Tidy. I tidy things up, left, down, right. Yup.
I see. Mind if I ask a few questions?
I do not mind.
This seems like a sympathetic bot, though. I don't really trust those artificial beings. He may be hiding something. I need to find the truth. Let's investigate.
It sounds like he just woke up and, bad timing.
So, Dr. Hush built you?
Yup. He's my daddy. We love daddy. Where's my daddy?
He, had to go buy some milk.
He's dead.
Dude!
Hey, show some compassion for the little guy.
What guy? He's a piece of junk.
Daddy dead?
Well, seems so. We're trying to understand what...
Dead, daddy dead. Dead, daddy.
That's unsettling.
I thought you'd be... a little less joyful?
Told you. The thing has no feeling.
Oh, no. It means no see daddy again. Dead, daddy.
Look, I know it's hard. Well, maybe not, because you're not alive, but anyway, I gotta ask, did you hurt your daddy?
Hurt daddy? I cannot. Not. No way.
Why are you smiling while saying that?
Bug. Changing expression. Dead, daddy.
I just can't analyze it. Him... I don't know anymore.
He's telling the truth.
How can you tell? He keeps changing his face.
Daddy is good. No, daddy is best.
I couldn't care less about his body language or that spouting nonsense. No robot can harm his creator. Ever. That's the golden rule.
Care to elaborate?
Are we about to Asimov this?
Surely you've seen all those fantastical liveys with robots rebelling against humans. Years ago, when the scientific community started designing bots, they took this into consideration. There's a golden rule. It's implemented in the hardware, encrypted deep within their AI core, and replicated throughout all their parts. No robot can attack their creator.
That's true. We've learned this at the Konsk.
We do not love daddy. We do.
Okay, so... they can't harm their creators. But those pieces of junk sure can harm me. I've had to get my way through Tribots more than once.
Of course, there are varied levels of permissions.
Permission to tidy.
Shh! Stay here. For standard bots, close family and friends are included in a second layer to that rule. Police and military tribots are designed for battle and may attack anyone who is considered a threat. This varies according to model. However, the golden rule is always there. Besides, we've never had any accident.
Never say never. Life has taught me there's always a first to everything.
Sounds like it's a very, very simplified version of the 3 rules, which probably means it's on even shakier ground than the 3 rules already are.
What makes you so certain that Dr. Hush respected the no-killing convention?
Simple. An algorithm thoroughly checks.
Algo. Rhythm. Dance. YOLO.
It's hardly the moment to dance, Tidy.
Anyway, if he didn't comply, he wouldn't be able to communicate with the exterior.
Okay. When did you see your daddy for the last time?
Morning. 504.
What was he doing?
Daddy, away. Exit room.
Did he say anything when leaving?
Yup. Retrieving record.
I need to settle things with Dr. Mink.
What? This is impossible. Dr. Hush never even came to my office today.
Then how do you explain the fact that he's in your room currently?
I don't know, but that bag of screws is lying. I'm gonna tear him apart until...
Calm down, or I shall calm you down myself. What were you doing at the time, Tidy?
Charge. Power to Tidy.
Wait, you said you recorded Dr. Hush while you were charging? That's weird. You were totally shut off when I first found you.
Tidy. Several phases of sleep. Like human.
Dr. Mink, is that even possible?
Yes, we don't shut off machines immediately to compress the data of the day. The same way, it takes several steps before full awakening. But you still shouldn't listen to that bot. It's trying to confuse you.
Did your sensors record anything else?
Nothing unusual.
Tell me, what can you do, Tidy?
Tidy can tidy.
Yes.
It's in the name.
And?
Tidy can stretch arms. Like this. Or this.
That's pretty cool.
I admit it. This must be useful. Can you bend them?
Ridiculous. Bending robot? No.
I can think of one.
Vertical. Horizontal. No bend. Daddy cannot. Try. No make work. Now. Daddy.
Tidy? You're bending them right now.
Yes. My mistake. Cannot bend while extending arms.
Oh, so what's the exact use?
Moving arms. Very efficient. No full body move.
I see. Must be more practical to grab things scattered in a room.
Notably, with his arms stretching like that, he could reach the vent overhead.
Anything else?
And he might be small enough to get through.
Tidy can carry objects, do repairs, make phone calls. Tidy has sensors to detect humans and objects. Calculate shortest path.
Useful to bring the coffee, I guess.
Also, Tidy can strip clothes. Daddy likes getting naked.
I'm not going to question this.
What did he just say?
Please, naked.
No, that won't be necessary.
Either he's got a screw loose, or Dr. Hush is an exhibitionist. I wonder.
Mr. Brock?
Why not both?
What are you writing?
Well, it's a clue, so...
Daddy, all naked. Yup.
That should be enough for now.
Enough. Got work to do.
Wait! I forbid you to touch anything.
Not Daddy, not listening. Get lost. Yup.
What? You little piece of...
Tidy, stay here. You should not mess with anything right now.
Okay, Minky.
He obeys you?
Of course. Can't say I like it, but that thing is useful. I'm in his close acquaintances list.
Oh well. As long as he doesn't move.
So why would he be in a close acquaintances list? You two don't like each other. Again, yeah, he could maybe reach up there and hit that? What is that anyway? Okay, what if I talk to him a bit
Tidy.
more?
I need your...
Yup.
Tidy?
Yup.
Good boy.
Anything more from the guard?
I'm gonna solve this myself. That'll be faster.
You'd better reply, man. Or care to become suspect number 1.
Come on.
What do you think I'm doing?
Don't know. And that's the problem.
Okay, I can go in here now.
What do we have inside? Huh? A button? That's all?
Of course. What did you expect? Usually our health chip will detect any problem and send whatever we need immediately. This button is only for use in extreme situations, which are technically unthinkable, like a power outage, a meteorite falling down, or even...
A fire?
Yes, even less probable. Press this, and you'll get a package delivered to the closest pipe to provide health cure basics.
If such a situation happened, would you even know how to use that minimal package?
Probably not. But who cares? It's not like it's going to happen anyway.
Yeah. A trash grinder. I wonder why the blades are so close to the surface. I wonder if anything passed through here.
If there was, too late to find anything, the trash gets compacted and sent directly to the slums dumps.
A necessary evil. We're stronger due to this.
Don't tell me you're a slummer.
Of course not. That paper didn't get totally destroyed. Hey, I recognize it. That's the wrapping for McFlea's flagship ant burger with extra tomato sauce. My favorites. That paper did. Hey, that's the with extra. I remember this. A holographic display to watch Livy's.
To watch a livey, say or think meaty, followed by the title.
You're not seriously considering it, are you?
I sense someone disagrees with your choice. Would you still like to start watching hilarious fairy tales?
No thanks.
The thoughts detection still doesn't work very well.
Yeah, must be that. Inside, there's tons of coffee. Powder, more precisely.
What did you expect?
Dunno. A toothbrush, maybe?
Toothbrush? Like a brush to clean our teeth? How silly! Why not a feet brush then?
Their water is so full of chemicals that they lost their need for it.
That's unsettling.
What are you doing?
Just checking what could have sunk in there. Smells like coffee.
Great.
Yep, there was coffee in there.
So, what does this mean?
That someone drank coffee?
Oh, I would have thought someone was in the restroom recently, and you'd ask the staff who drank it.
Yeah, sounds good. Did you drink that coffee, Mink?
It's Dr. Mink for you. And yes,
When exactly?
around 4:40. I always get a bit peckish during Techno Junk.
Is that some kind of show?
Yes. It lasts for 30 minutes approximately, so I must have went out of the restroom at around 5.
What restroom doesn't have its coffee machine? Knowing them, I bet this produces other drinks too.
No, just coffee.
Really?
We don't need anything else. Designing it for other uses would be a waste of resources.
Good point. A wardrobe on this side of the fridge. Nothing unusual, but... boy, those clothes are one heck of a pack. You couldn't even fit a paper between them. A box of ants. Alive.
My favorites. Very fresh and crunchy.
I thought you'd use them for experiments.
We do, but nothing wrong with taking a snack sometimes.
I'm starting to like you. One for the glory.
Hey! You can't steal that!
I think I just did.
Not stealing. I'm, gathering clues.
Huh. Map.
A map of the building. I'll take it. It's hard to believe high-tech facilities still use hard paper maps. Makes sense in the eventuality of a power breakdown, though. Clothes. Ugh, they're smelly.
Don't touch that. Our maintenance bot will do the laundry.
This is, a shower?
What? No. A showlet.
You mean this combines a shower and a toilet?
Oh, I get it now. You're from a faraway country, right?
Something like that. I've been out of touch with technology advances lately.
Well, it's a huge space and time saver. Enter the cabin and let it take care of you. The robotic hand removes your clothes. Then feel free to let it go while it washes you. When finished, it gives you new clothes.
Seems convenient.
It's a little weird. Okay, I think we got as much as
Dr. Ming, what's your relationship with Tidy?
He's the maintenance bot. He just comes and goes doing housework.
Did he come today?
No. Until your arrival, no one entered my office this morning.
Are you certain?
Actually, the guard did check if everything was okay, like he always does, but he didn't enter.
I've noticed the doors close automatically. How does Tidy open them?
Just like us, he pushes the buttons.
Free to roam around then?
Yes. Well, except my room. I deny him access. He must knock at the door first. Then I allow him entry.
How come?
You know, I don't want a bot bursting into my room in the middle of the night. That would be creepy.
Says the creepy scientist.
There's more.
You said Tidy was lying. Is a bot truly capable of lies?
Usually, no, but I never programmed it. Keep in mind, Dr. Hush was doing AI experiments. This could also be the result of a bug in the core. Tidy could believe what he says is the truth, based on false information.
But you heard the recording. It was Dr. Hush's voice, wasn't it?
I don't know. Yes, it sounded exactly like him, but... oh, there must be some explanation.
Yeah, I just wish you'd given me one.
We do know Tidy has a problem with facial expressions. So,
Just a moment. We'll...
I'm not the only one here. Interrogate the others.
actually, I just remembered.
Ott seems to have an idea. Let's see what he's got. You okay?
Well, I didn't expect to investigate a murder on my first day. It's both neat and kinda scary, knowing there's a killer around us. You don't mind me staying close?
Of course.
Thanks.
What do you think, sir?
I've solved this!
Really?
You haven't.
Well, I'd like to hear your conclusion first.
Okay, let's gather everyone in Dr. Ming's room.
So, what's going on? Found the culprit?
I'm going to let my colleague here explain.
Huh? Me?
You said it. You've solved the case, haven't you?
He's just a boy.
No, it's true. I can explain. Alright, so, this is a closed-door murder. As you know, no one could enter or leave this place without being noticed. Which means...
Only one of us could have done it.
yes, the body was first seen when we entered this room. It appears Dr. Hush has been struck on the head and died due to the impact. Considering there's blood on the lamp located right next to him, this must be the murder weapon. This lamp belongs to Dr. Mink. This implies the murderer had access to it.
I don't like where this is heading.
Dr. Hush was last seen alive by his assistant bot, Tidy, at 5:04.
What happened to the voice recording?
He never came back to his office.
Did they redo
So
it?
where did he go? The possibilities are limited. Again, he could not leave the building. The only exit has an impassable power barrier. He couldn't have exited his room and stayed in the hall. It wouldn't make sense, and Mr. Guard would have noticed it. Any comment?
No. I was watching the whole time.
Oh, let me lower it a bit. There we go. All right, Blue.
Nothing unusual happened.
Let's continue. Dr. Hush could have gone to the restroom and been killed there. But that leaves one problem. We didn't find his body there, but in Dr. Mink's room. This means he would have had to be carried to the next room without anyone noticing. If he somehow got carried out of the restroom, Mr. Guard would have noticed it.
We've checked the restroom. There's no access between it and Dr. Mink's room.
So that leaves only one option. Dr. Hush went straight from his office to Dr. Minx's.
Which he can because there's a vent.
Nonsense! He never came here.
And yet, here's his body. How do you explain it?
I don't know.
I considered other possibilities. Maybe Tidy got involved somehow. After all, he's free to roam between the rooms for his cleaning duty. However, he could not access Dr. Minx's room. He's required to knock, and you need to open it. That didn't happen, right?
No, unless he used Dr. Hush's hand to open the door.
Carrying it in the hall? Seems improbable. The guard was watching. As for you, Doctor, you didn't see or hear them enter.
How about you, Ratty? I bet you killed the doctor in the hall and plopped his remains into my room behind my back.
Who are you accusing me now? Why'd you think I called the cops if I was the murderer?
To disculpate yourself. That's why.
You dirty rodent! I'll lose my job because of you!
Calm down. I thought about this too. But that idea seems doubtful. Do you seriously think he opened your door with Dr. Hush's body in his hands and then threw it all the way there without you noticing? Which leaves only one person who could do it. You, Dr. Mink.
Ah! You're out of your mind, boy! I said it! I've never killed anyone!
Drop it, Mink! You're done for!
Drop? Up, down, left, right.
And what would be my motive?
Very simple. Mr. Guard mentioned hearing constant arguments between you both.
We've been bickering over the past 5 years. That's no proof.
Remember, Tidy's recording. Dr. Hush came to your room to settle things with you. He must have been fed up of hearing you complain about the budget restrictions on your projects.
You seriously think this is a valid reason to kill someone?
You're right, it wouldn't. For ordinary people. But you're entirely focused on your work. This is all your life. You can't afford to lose it. Dr. Hush profited from a higher budget while yours decreased. Tensions moved up a notch. You couldn't take any more. You grabbed the closest thing within reach, your lamp, and then, bam! This was most likely an accident. You hadn't prepared for this, so you didn't know what to do with the body. Panicking, you hid it under your bed. This would give you time to think.
Under the bed? Only an idiot would do that!
So basically you.
Seems like the best hiding spot to me.
Guard, what do you think? You check the room regularly, right?
I did, but the weasel wouldn't let me in. If the body was under the bed, then yes, I wouldn't have seen it from here.
You can't prove any of this.
Sure we can. Right there, a trace of blood on the floor, exactly between the bed and the body. Why else would that be there?
What the? It's true!
There was only one way to make him disappear without anyone noticing. The acid canister, to liquefy the body and pour it down the sink.
No! I never. These are for my experiments.
When we arrived, you had just moved the body out of your bed to throw the deadly substance on the porch shaft. Remember, Mr. Brock, he wouldn't let us in.
Which makes perfect sense now.
Mr. Detective, please, don't tell me you agree with this.
Let me think about this. The only thing I don't know about is, what about the vent? The only way someone could have moved between those two offices was to go up through the vent, which didn't go mentioned. Not yet. Let's see if I can poke a bit more.
So, have you been paying attention?
You know, I've been wondering something for a while now.
What are you looking at?
Your tie, Dr. Mink. There's a red stain underneath it.
What?
Hey, the croc is right!
But wait! This isn't what you think. I ate an ant burger this morning. I wiped the stain away. I just forgot to check under here. This is tomato sauce.
Are you taking us for fools, Mink?
Hey, wait! What the heck? My tie! You licked it?
We saw the wrapper in the trash thing.
At least. You believe me now, don't you?
Oh my, what are you doing, Mr. Brock?
Brocky is gross.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Just as I thought. This is no blood.
Told you.
Not just on your tie. There's no blood on this corpse.
What?
The heck?
Are you serious?
Check it for yourself.
No, I believe you. But then, my theory...
Has faults, I'm afraid. Gigantic ones.
Oh.
I had a feeling this seemed way too perfect. This case is more complex than we thought. Someone's been trying to cover himself.
What a relief.
However, this means we took the wrong approach.
Don't tell me.
We need to re-examine this place from top to bottom.
No way! Are you aware I'm not getting paid right now, Croc? Oh, I should be home, sleeping!
I don't care. This may be one more hour of work for you, but this could mean the death penalty for the one sent to jail.
Exactly. And your insistence to leave makes you even more suspect to my eye.
Better be gone before I...
Tidy, you better go back to your room. And no tidying, okay?
Tidy follows orders. Gone. No tidy.
Thank you, Mr. Detective. You saved my skin.
Don't congratulate me too soon. You may still very well be the culprit, just trying to confuse us to appear innocent.
I'll just have to put my trust in you, then. When you're done, and you've got a plausible theory that doesn't involve me this time, come and see me.
Come on, Ott. We better examine each and every detail thoroughly this time.
Yes, sir.
Fortunately, this building is small.
You know what? What are you doing? Actually, wait. That's an idea. If I use the map on the vent, will he realize it?
I'm trying.
No.
Wait a sec. Is that a ladder inside that vent?
Yes, the maintenance ladder. I remember an agent using it to remove a package stuck in there.
Any way to bring it down?
Use my tablet.
Okay.
Listen,
I said,
I'd
I
like
think
to
the
amend for
vent
my
is
behavior
caved.
earlier. My tablet offers a variety of features that you may find useful.
So it's not just your research? You hid this from us?
No, these features seemed unrelated to the case. After what we've learned, I'm not sure anymore. Let me give you access. Lend me your finger.
Hey!
I'm adding you to the authorized guests. You'll have unlimited access for an hour.
Oh, thanks. Yep, here's that ladder.
A rudimentary maintenance ladder, more precisely. Doesn't really feel safe.
Do you access it sometimes?
Are you crazy? I fear heights.
Can I go up?
Okay, time to explore.
Are you sure about this, Mr. Brock?
No other choice. We can't let any possible clue undiscovered.
No, I mean, will there be enough room for you to get through?
Hey, I'm not that big. You'll see. Oof, that's tight. Maybe time for a diet after all. Hey, what did I just touch? It's all sticky.
You gotta stop doing that, man.
Oh, it tastes good.
I've lit it up for you.
Nice. Yep. That's interesting. There's tomato sauce. What's it doing here? I'll think about this later. Better get out of here before it gets stuck. There's some kind of huge pipe at the top. Can't climb through there, I'm afraid. Then, I shall keep moving forward to reach the other side. Ouch! Oh, that was quite the drop. That tablet might contain crucial information, but it's locked. I'd better take it.
Daddy.
Still dead. I'm afraid so.
Anything to have here? No.
Okay.
Daddy.
I need to understand something.
You're not the only one.
Okay, you've got more.
Sorry for earlier. Tell me more about your work.
Currently, I strive to improve the nanites' efficiency.
Could these be used to kill someone?
Doubtful, but technically possible. With bad programming, they could destroy the host. But we've been working on this technology for a while now. This never happens. Although,
Go ahead.
destructive effects can happen if the nanites were mixed with specific organic elements.
Such as corrosive acid?
That would definitely leave some traces.
Could it be possible to destroy a body without external damage?
I think I encountered some plants with this ailment. I would have to check my logs.
Well, let's just assume it happened. How would we know?
The nanites are trained for survival. Once the host is near death, they leave, but they couldn't last long on the outside. You'd find inactive nanites less than 3 feet away from the body.
I'd better check the surroundings for any nanites in unexpected places. Can't see them with my own eyes, but I'm sure I have the right tool for the job.
We'll probably want to use the magnifying glass on the body.
I know it'll sound harsh, but
Or, I wonder if they react to the remote.
do you believe Dr. Hush committed suicide?
I can't deny that he had been acting strange recently, so I guess it's not outside the realm of possibility. I just find it weird he would do this in my office.
Unless he really hated you. Do you think Tidy could have played a role in the murder?
I don't see how. He cannot access my office. Besides, Dr. Hush is his maker. He could never.
Hurt his creator directly? Yeah. Let's keep some distance with that reasoning. My trust with technology is limited. A true detective never turns down any lead.
When can we expect the result of your investigation?
Well, no. I didn't finish interrogating everyone.
You sure did interrogate me. Are you done investigating?
I'll look around for clips.
You better.
Got more questions.
Okay, new situation.
Do you believe Dr. Mink has the profile of a murderer?
Possibly. I could feel the tension between them lately. In any case, I don't know what happened.
When not claimed, you'd have noticed if Dr. Hush had stayed in the hall. You hesitated. You didn't watch the whole thing, did you?
No way, man! I'm a professional!
But still a human. Don't you have to go to the bathroom sometimes?
I don't. Only the most capable are selected for this job. We can't afford to miss anything.
Can you swear it then? No one could have went by without you noticing?
Yeah, I swear it. I was there the whole time, watching.
He doesn't sound all that confident. Listen, earlier you affirmed Dr. Hush exited his office for the restroom. When did this happen exactly?
Can't remember. Sometime after I arrived.
This is crucial. I need you to be precise.
Hey! Do you know what kind of job this is? The same boring thing every day. No surprise, no action, nothing ever happens. Well, usually.
Oh, how lucky. Never mind. Make some effort. What happened the last time Dr. Hush exited his room? When and where did he go?
Told ya! Ugh. My brain wouldn't register such trivial things. But there's a way to find out.
What's this?
The door monitoring.
What? You keep a registry of door openings? And you're only telling me now?
I thought this wouldn't be important.
Not important? How the heck are we supposed to run this investigation without all the information at hand?
Hey, lower your tone. I'm the boss here. This is highly confidential data. Only security agents are allowed to access the reading device. But I'll make a special exception. Check it.
Stay put.
I don't have all day, you know.
What am I looking at?
This is today's monitoring. That thing records the time each door was opened. And some icons to differentiate an entrance or an exit.
I see. An arrow on the left for an entrance, on the right for an exit?
Yeah. There's also the identity of who opened the room. Everyone's recorded.
What about Tidy?
The maintenance bot. Yeah, tracked as well.
Okay. Okay, let's study this.
He left the room, he entered the room, he left the room. Now here's the weird thing. There's no sign of him coming back in. This is
Dr. Hush's room. If I'm reading this correctly, Dr. Hush was last recorded at 5:04, then disappeared. Wait a sec. Why did you open that door at 5:10?
Told ya, I check the rooms regularly.
Right after the doctor went out?
Seems so. My memory is confused.
The thing I'm noticing is Tidy is what was it a right for an exit, right? And again, it looks like he's left twice. Yeah, it's enters then exits. I guess it doesn't count as an entrance and exit if you no, that's oh, I'm guessing these two counted like this because he just peeked in and turned around.
The restroom. A lot more activity than I expected. Tidy was last recorded entering there at 4:24. Nothing later. Even in the other rooms. Dr. Mink's room? What a surprise. Despite the corpse being in Dr. Mink's room, not much activity was recorded there. Basically, Dr. Mink went out, then came back a little later. The time matches the restrooms. I guess he simply went for a rest? In any case, Dr. Hush never opened the door. Neither did Tidy. That doesn't make much sense, but at least it confirms Dr. Mink's statement. What's this fourth door?
The main entrance.
Wait, didn't you say no one came or exited the place today? Then how do you explain these records?
That was you.
At 4:38?
Wait! I know! That was me. I took my shift at 4:38.
Is that so? I'm asking again. Who opened the main entrance this morning at 4:38?
Told ya. It was me. I entered the lab to replace my colleague.
Right. Looks like he performed another check at 9, right?
Yep. That's when I realized Dr. Hush was nowhere to be found. I called the cops discreetly.
Okay. After Dr. Hush and Tidy, Dr. Mink also entered the room. I wonder if their path crossed there. That 9 a.m. record appears in all 3 rooms. It must correspond to the guard checking the rooms, looking for Dr. Hush.
I thought he wasn't allowed in, though, so how'd he get an entrance?
Dr. Mink's room? What a surprise. Despite the corpse being in Dr. Mink's room, basically, Dr. Mink went out, then came back a little later. The time matches the restrooms. I guess he's simply... In any case, that doesn't make...
Again? Gonna solve...
A mystery can only be solved by gathering truthful information. Don't you agree?
Sure.
Then why are you lying to me?
What are you talking about?
Don't play fool with me. Some of your statements are clearly contradictory.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, we're doing this again.
Now who's...
What about you?
So, Detective, how long is this going to take?
We're closing in on something.
Are you done
No. Just a moment.
I'm not the only one.
Can't get out.
I thought I had it, but you totally destroyed my theory in an instant.
Don't feel bad. If it hadn't been for that fake blood, I'd probably have thought the same too.
We should double check the bottle. Oh, yeah, now I remember. Will this do anything?
I detect 1 or 2 nanites. He may have caught a few after lying on the floor like this. Whoa! His hand is literally covered by nanites.
Oh, we're doing something.
I better write this down. A few nanites here on this hand, but not enough to conclude anything. He may not wash his hands often. Well, no fleas or ticks. I need to understand something.
You're not the only one.
I'll look around for clues.
You better.
Got more questions. Let's resume.
Now who's...
So, you sure you didn't intend to use these to get rid of the corpse?
What kind of question is this? Even if I did, there's no chance I'd reply yes to that.
So, it's true.
No!
Oh, there is more tablet stuff I didn't poke at.
Some gibberish.
Hey, that's my research. It's highly confidential and valuable.
Better not waste my time with this. What's this button for? Nothing happens when I press it.
That's an analyzer. It can list the detailed components of any object. For connected objects, it will display the information registered in the memory. But you can also put any organic matter, liquid or solid.
Oh, guess I'll have to put on an item I want to analyze?
Exactly. Did you just put his tablet on my tablet?
Yeah?
Did you expect it to reveal the information inside?
Yeah?
Good thinking. But his tablet is locked. The only one who can unlock it is Dr. Hush himself.
Is that so?
If it's actually...
Mr. Brock, I think we can use that tablet to do medical searches.
Of course. This is data I've gathered myself, merged with a specialized local copy of the TriWeb. I have an offline access to information that the general public will never see.
Is there a specific topic you're interested in?
Let me think.
Are you serious?
Very serious. Don't you love him too?
We have found a lot of tomato sauce, and there was the wrapper.
I
so
prefer
this
regular
is
tube food.
Not actually an insane thing to do.
You youngsters don't know what's good.
Anyway, here.
We have 95% fresh ants. This is the most popular legacy food product. Emoji mouth pilling, they're sure to make your elders happy.
Elders?
Told ya.
This is a dumb idea, but also...
Hey, it works.
Oh!
Dr. Hush's tablet. It unlocked.
I'm surprised. I thought this wouldn't happen, considering.
Well, you thought wrong. Let's see what this baby has to offer. Looks like he transferred some data.
Let me see. You're right. That's an external file transfer of his current project. AI update 302.305.zyl.
Is that unusual?
Of course not. We regularly transfer files to our managers. Although, the receipt address is obscured.
What does this mean?
I can't really know who received the file, but considering the metadata, this must be someone high-ranked. Wait, I just noticed that file was modified yesterday, but it was created in 3029?
6 years ago?
Well, that makes no sense. There must be a bug in the OS.
Do you think this might be linked to our case, Mr. Brock?
A transfer at 4:45. That must definitely be important. Can you really insert such big things in a body without doing damage?
What you see on this table is actually a reproduction at 10,000th scale, to make them easier to work with. They aren't visible with the naked eye.
Must be hard to handle.
True, only a few experienced engineers, like myself, can do that kind of work.
Does pretentious go along with this job? Oh, what a mess. Hey, are my eyes deceiving me, or does this package contain red worms?
Yes. How do you think I do my experiments? I need living organisms.
I could use a snack. They're my favorites.
No way. Hands off.
Hey, you eat the ants.
What are these for?
Ah, an innovative experience. I found out that plunging nanites into an acidic solution improves their performance by 25%.
But then, nanites aren't supposed to be injected into human bodies?
I'm still working on that minor drawback.
Uh-huh.
Anything I can do with this now?
Again! Gonna solve this
Let's resume. Maybe I should play a little more with Dr. Mink's tablet.
Now who's lying?
Actually... Oops.
That paper didn't get totally... Hey, that's the rat with extra...
Not allowed to pick it up, apparently. So, what if I just go ahead and press the button?
Nothing?
Try pressing harder. Remember, this is for emergencies.
I heard a sound.
You sure? All I could hear was a bomb caused by your fist.
Only one way to find out. So, where's the package?
It should have arrived by pipe mail.
An energy drink? You gotta be kidding me. Wait, I thought communication was out.
Hey, buddy, you pressed the emergency button, didn't you? Emergency calls are never cut off.
Oh, good. I'm always thirsty.
Interesting. Don't think I've talked to Tidy anymore. Let's try that.
Still dead.
Nothing here.
Tidy?
Yep.
Good boy. According to the map,
What are you doing?
something's off.
What do you mean, Mr. Brock?
Just a hunch. Huh.
Whoa! You broke the wall?
I barely touched it. Some paper-thin slab was obstructing this.
A hole?
Looks like it. And this leads right to your room, Dr. Mink.
I had no idea.
It's small. No one would fit.
I wonder if anything got through there, though.
That's up to us to find out. On the other side, I can see... Yep, definitely Dr. Mink's office. There's a table with a box of nanites on it.
My precious nanites! Don't tell me someone used them.
Then I won't tell you. It's pure conjecture at this point.
Daddy.
Still dead.
Nothing
Okay,
here. With the hole open, we should probably see if we can find it on the other side.
this leads to Dr. Hush's room. What a surprise.
I'm hoping you'll fix this before leaving.
What about your bot minion, huh? I'd like to see him try.
Oh, right. I forgot it could.
It can?
Of course. We wouldn't do that kind of laborious job ourselves.
Huh, for an instant, I forgot who I was talking to. You and Dr. Hush seem to have very different tastes. No wonder he didn't get along well.
That's not true. We did great work on our own sides.
Precisely. I'm afraid I can't pass through.
I don't think anyone can, actually.
Then you have to wonder why this passage exists. Still dead.
Nothing
Tidy?
here.
Good boy. Can anyone modify the information there?
Of course not. It's read-only, 100% automatized.
Good to know. Got more questions. Let's reason. Missed something in the restroom.
Now who's...
Coffee. Inside, there's tons of coffee powder.
What did you expect?
Dunno.
Toothbrush? Like, how?
Their water is...
No time to wash my hands.
Touching it could ruin any potential evidence.
Yeah, that too. I'm surprised to see only one cup in here. Doesn't Dr. Hush drink coffee?
He does. Actually, he always drinks his coffee in the restroom. I know him. He couldn't bear spilling a few drops on his precious materials while working in his office. But he uses auto-degradable cups. Throw them into the sink and they're automatically reduced into powder. I prefer solid cups. I don't care what they say about lack of hygiene or whatever. Coffee tastes better in it.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
So if he's using disposable cups, where are they coming from?
How come you don't have a machine in your own rooms?
It's obvious. We're always working inside. Our health chip requires us to do a minimal amount of steps in a day. 3 round trips a day between our office and the restroom is enough to cover these minimal needs.
Along with some drugs, I guess. Some...
Hey, that's...
Better not wait.
You're confusing, Mr. Brock. You're not supposed to use an item...
They all look the same. That thing of yours is...
It's just not in the database. This isn't magical, you know.
I need to put a connected object or any... fake injury with tomato. Anything you can tell me about this lamp? It's supposed to be yours, right?
I guess. That's a connected object, of course. So there's data in it. You should check it.
Better take it then.
There we go. Now if I use this on the tablet, we're getting somewhere.
Let's see what the supposed murder weapon has to say. Huh.
This lamp supports the following features: alarm, speaker output, light, driver browsing, and shock detection.
All necessary stuff for a lamp. For sure.
This device belongs to Dr. Hush.
Huh?
Maybe they exchanged them by accident?
Here are the logs. There. Major shock at 11:02.
Let me check. You're right. That's the only relevant information on there. So, is this the murder weapon after all?
We shall find out.
Major shock was at 11:02. Which we arrived, that would be a little before we arrived. In fact, yeah, everything here stopped at like 9-ish at the latest. So what happened, it was a bit before.
Again? Gonna solve this?
Let's reason.
Now who?
This is the same model as the one next to Dr. Hush. I should take it.
Okay. So what if I check this lamp?
Will Dr. Hush's lamp reveal some secrets?
This device belongs to Dr. Mink. It is currently out of service.
What?
Accessing the logs. Fatal shock at 5:10.
So, fatal damage early this morning? Curious.
Do you wish to watch?
Not now.
You're lying, but that's fine. Other actions are available. Say or think help to get a list.
Help.
Error. Unable to connect. Reverting to offline mode. One record found. Would you like to play it?
A record? Why not?
I'm in the restroom.
That's Dr. Hush's voice. He must have recorded this by accident.
An accident. Got more questions. Let's resume. According to the records, you opened Dr. Hush's door at 5:10. At the exact moment, Dr. Hush's lamp received a violent shock. Interesting coincidence, don't you think?
Shock?
Did you accidentally drop the lamp or something?
No, never touched it.
I've also noticed something unusual. At 9 o'clock, you routinely checked all 3 rooms. However, at 5:10, you only opened Dr. Hush's door. Why?
Oh, I remember now. I heard a noise.
Is that so? Might this be the sound of a lamp crashing down on the floor?
I guess that's possible, but when I looked inside, everything was normal.
Are you certain?
Yeah, Dr. Hush always keeps his room tidy. If that lamp was lying on the floor, I'd have noticed.
Was Tidy there?
I'm pretty sure he was down, charging.
What about Dr. Hush then? What was he doing?
Let me think. I didn't see him.
You didn't?
Pretty sure of it. He wasn't in the hall either.
So he was already gone from his room.
Yeah, must have been.
Interesting. I... Something doesn't add up. At 5:10, you heard a noise and looked for Dr. Hush, who wasn't in his room nor the hall.
Yeah.
Then, the glaring contradiction is, weren't you worried?
What?
Think. You had no idea where Dr. Hush was, and yet you didn't look for him in the other rooms? Why?
You're right. I only started to worry about him disappearing at 9. But I can't remember the reason I wasn't alerted earlier.
Well, I have my theory.
You do?
Yeah, this is the reason you weren't worried at that time. You weren't worried because of this.
What? That doesn't make any—
You sure? Oops. You weren't worried.
What? That doesn't make—
You sure? Oops. You weren't worried.
What? That doesn't make—
You sure? Oops. You weren't worried.
What? That doesn't—
You sure? Oops. I made a strange
There we go.
discovery in the restroom. At 5:11, the meaty me played a pre-recorded sample sounding like Dr. Hush.
What did it say?
I'm in the restroom. Ring any bells?
Yeah, sure it does. You're right. When I started calling for Dr. Hush, I heard him say that. The voice came from the restroom, so...
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any way this... The interrogation basically just waits for you to get things right. There's no penalty for getting it wrong.
You assume Dr. Hush was in there.
So, he wasn't?
It's like it's like a much more lenient version of Phoenix Wright.
This would be the logical conclusion,
I should probably get that Capcom bundle so I have Phoenix Wright.
which then means...
The old man was kaput before that time.
Let's not jump to conclusions and assume he couldn't be in the restroom either.
Whoa, that was quite a messed up day.
I'm starting to want... I'm starting to...
Whatever we need, it's here. There's nothing for me to go all away and do. You know what? 4:38, shift at 3. Okay.
Can you remind me, when do you take your shift?
3 o'clock, every day.
Interesting. Then how do you explain entering the lab at 4:38?
What? I didn't...
Check the monitoring. What's written?
4:38.
Besides, the arrow indicates an exit, not an entrance. You owe me an explanation.
All right, I admit, I did take my shift at 3. And the door was indeed open at 4:38. But I didn't lie. It was me. We're not only agents. We also do secretarial work. By 4:38, I received a call. We're required to pick up and reply to every call we get. But it didn't work.
What do you mean?
It's a high-security building, so external calls don't work well. The line was awful, all full of crackling.
I'm stunned that kind of thing happens in the drums.
But it does, if you ask me. No matter how they claim technology advances, nothing ever works perfectly. When that happens, I open the main entrance so the transmission gets better.
So, you stood at the main door for a while.
Yep.
Who was on the line?
Don't know. It was just music.
Music?
Yeah, Tech Dream.
This sounds familiar.
Of course. It's all the rage. It's really catchy, so I kept listening.
How long?
Oh, maybe a minute? After a while, I figured this was a spam call and hung up. I know what you think. Yeah, I looked away. But it wasn't much risk. The lasers were active. No one could get past, in or out.
But anything could happen inside. Oh, this is a major blunder.
Why'd you think I didn't tell you? Didn't think much of it at the time, but when you started your investigation, I recalled that moment. Please, I'm begging you, don't tell anyone. That mistake could cost me my job.
Well... I won't tell anyone. I mean, must be insanely tough to keep watch all day at the same spot and doing nothing else.
I'm so glad you understand, man.
Still, that's an important event for this investigation.
Sure. Oh, I hope my blunder didn't get the poor chap killed.
We shall see. I'm not done with you, though. How come there's no record of your entrance at 3?
Simple. I reset the statistics each time I arrive. For confidentiality, we're not allowed to store them for more than a day. And I can't get that freaking configuration panel to do the job automatically. Must have been programmed by some crazy engineer who's not living in the real world.
I know the feeling. Didn't you mention you had no control?
It's all or nothing. There's no way to insert or edit data. Just remove everything.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Dr. Hush was safe and sound when I arrived.
Guess I'll have to take your word for that one.
So, are we done?
Depends. Hiding anything else?
Nope. All good. Still can't believe it. Why did this have to happen during my watch?
I've learned not to blame fate. Otherwise, I do it constantly. Just let me know if anything else comes to mind.
Sure thing.
You got distracted by music. We heard music coming out of Mink's room.
So, Detective, how long is this going to take?
Can I do
Are
something?
you done investigating?
Can't shake the feeling I may have missed some clues. I probably shouldn't make an announcement yet.
Be patient. This isn't an ordinary case.
Oh, too bad. All this stress is killing me.
Just a moment. We'll continue this discussion later.
I'm not the only one here. Interrogate the others.
I should look at the speakers.
Dr. Mink, when we arrived, I heard some music
Good,
coming
good.
out
This
of
is what I wanted.
Well, it's in my best interest to put all my cards on the table, so I allowed myself a short, fun session.
Oh, and here I thought you scientists were just a bunch of workaholics. So, you were dancing?
Please don't rub salt in the wound.
What music?
Is that important?
Might be.
Tech Dream. It's a very catchy tune. I can never get it out of my head.
Where in the room were you positioned when you were having fun?
This is oddly catchy.
I believe I was close to the door. I stopped when I heard you knocking and took a peek at the door screen.
Did you notice anything unusual by that time?
If I did, I would have told you already. I just heard you knocking, and then I opened the door.
Well, that's the short version.
That's when we saw the body, which just popped out of nowhere.
Okay. Thanks for the info. I need to understand.
You're not the only.
I'll look around for clues.
You better.
Oh,
Except for what I used earlier. Mind, I'm doing a pretty good job of not getting stuck, so I have plenty of ads if things ever get a little too ugly.
so you take a shower each time you go pee?
Of course.
Isn't that a waste? We don't really need to wash and change clothes that often.
That's an interesting thought. I know. Maybe we could improve it by separating both functions. You would then have a toilet on one side and a shower on the other. That way, we could sell it for twice the price.
The cycle of modernity.
We just reinvented having this shower and toilet separate. What?
Food. Nothing particularly.
Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
There should be hamburgers in there. I ate the last one a while ago. It should have ordered more automatically. Oh, I forgot. External communication is out.
You ate an ant burger? Tell me more about it.
How is that interesting?
You never know.
Well, I have some kind of ritual. I always have an ant burger while watching my science show. This morning I got pretty angry though. There was only one left, and it was already unfrozen.
Curious. Do you think Dr. Hush wanted to eat it?
Possibly, though he usually dislikes these. And it was in one piece. I bet he gave it a shot and then decided against it.
Yeah.
Amusingly, I'm pretty sure I'm making burgers tomorrow, though mine will be ant-free. Okay, so if I look at the wrapper now...
That paper didn't get totally... Hey, that's the wrap with extra... Is coffee automatically prepared?
Oh gosh, no! As high-ranked beings, we both crave for more natural processes.
Oh, you're full of surprises. Who makes it then?
Dr. Hush's maintenance spot, Tidy.
But that's not a human.
Who talked about human? I just said we like more natural processes when it comes to feeding ourselves. There's nothing natural about a machine making its own coffee.
Now that's what I call logic. What restroom doesn't have its knowing there?
No.
Really?
We don't need designing it.
Anything in here?
I should inspect this further. Only one way to do it.
Oh!
Couldn't you do this more gently?
I don't have all day, you know. Hey, that's a plenty of room now. Looks like pills? Yep, definitely pills. Whose are they?
Don't look at me. I've never seen those.
Is Dr. Hush taking some medication?
That's highly probable. No one else lives here. Keep in mind, I've barely had contact with him lately. Maybe you should analyze them.
Good idea.
I was about to say, anything else? New. This is an XL 500 pill in 1 BG dosage.
XL 500? Never heard of it.
So, detective? Are you done investigating?
Can't shake the feeling I'm.
Be patient.
Oh, too bad.
Just
I'm not the...
nice scent.
That'll be 10 unis.
What?
Just kidding. But next time, avoid crippling my precious plant right in front of me.
If it's that precious, I'm gonna keep it.
We should look into this.
So, what's this flower?
Phoenixy flower detected?
Phonexy?
Phonexy.
I wonder if this has particular medical effects.
Again? Gonna solve this.
So what if I show him his flower?
Still can't believe you did this.
It's a crucial clue.
Yeah, right.
I believe Dr. Hush was taking these.
So?
Can you confirm?
No idea. Come on!
What do you think I'm doing?
Don't know. And
What would you do in my place?
Turn everything inside out. We need as many clues as we can.
Actually, I wonder what would happen if I showed Tidy the pill.
Still dead. Did your daddy take these?
Too late, Daddy.
What can you tell me about this lamp?
Dirty. Let me clean.
Focus. I need useful info.
Cleaning, always useful.
What can you tell me about this lamp?
Dirty. Let me
Focus.
cleaning.
Okay.
Dad.
Nope.
Are you certain?
Yes. Almost.
Don't be silly. I would have sent some ant burgers your way.
What about the sink?
Definitely.
Help yourself.
Feels like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's eating cakes with all the flavors in the world.
Right?
Oh, that was a free heal.
What? Wait! Don't do this!
Too late.
Do you have any idea what you've just done? This was my ration for today. Now I'll be all out of juice. I'll have to lick the whole surface of the sink this evening.
That's not unsettling at all.
Yeah, I guess he's an addict. Hey, there's an ad stuck in the drain. Empty.
Nothing more to be had.
Burnt power socket. Not too far from the body. I know. That's you pointed it towards Dr. Hush and bam! Dead.
Then you already died without knowing it, considering how many times you passed under it.
Oh, good point. Ugh, what a mess. Makes me wish for a pair of scissors.
Don't you dare!
I should try and detect if the nanites are hiding in unusual places. I got something in my inventory that should help getting a closer view.
Okay.
Hey, there are tons of those tiny bots in there.
Did you really need a magnifying glass to find out?
Upon can't see any of those tiny bots from Dr. Mink, though.
What in the hole?
No nanite there.
The speaker where the music was coming from.
I found nothing at all. Surprisingly, I can't see any nanite running over those wires. Yeah, I see tiny robotic thingies scattered on this table. Then again, it's his workbench. Can't see any of those tiny No nanite. Oh, I found. Can't see any. No nan. Oh, I. Can't see any. No nanite. A fake injury. Oh. Huh. I like that sauce.
Mr. Brock, you should really refrain from doing that.
What about the other end of the hole?
Can't see any of those. No nanite. What's in there? Nothing in particular. Oh, I. Can't see any.
What about the stain?
Wait, how come there's a ton of nanites on this particular coffee spot?
Wasn't there a second one? Was in the restroom?
I need to understand something.
You're not the only one.
I was just
You've done
looking.
investigating.
Can't shake the
Be patient. I'll look around for clues.
You better.
Got more questions. Stay.
I don't have a...
No nanite. Oh. Can't see it. No nanite.
Actually, come to think of it, coffee stain. What about the coffee?
No nanite on that coffee cup? This shouldn't be a surprise. And yet, nice. Oh, I... Upon furtherance, can't see any... No nanite. Oh,
What about the bag?
Can't see any... No nanite there. Oh, can't see any of... No nana. Oh, I've... Can't see any... No nana. See?
I was expecting.
Now, this is what...
You have a headset I don't think I checked.
You'd think there'd be some nanites over the gloves he uses for manipulating them. Guess what? There are.
You know what? Take a hint. Ask God about the flower. Okay.
What would you do in my place?
That's...
We need as
I guess I gotta use it or not?
That'll break it.
What do you think? Get out of my bed!
Why?
Fine. Have a rest. You'll just have to explain to your superior what.
Man.
To move on. Maybe if I was out of the guard room?
What would you do in my...
we need as many.
Well, that's just silly. Yeah. What would you do in my...
We need as many.
Of course. I just need to know what... No way.
Oh, I gotta use search on the tablet and ask about the flower, right?
Is there a specific topic you're interested in?
Let me think.
Actually, yeah, we'll do this and then we should go back and check Excel 500.
Isn't that the plant lying on Mr. Guard's desk?
Yep.
Okay, I don't quite understand why you need info on this, but you're the detective. I found something.
Onyxie belongs to the rooted variety. Blossoms twice every year after a period of...
What's going on?
Something's annotated below.
I tried mixing these Onyxie flowers with nanites, programmed or not, it's no good. They cause the host's cardiac activity to slow down immensely, ultimately causing death.
Psst. Do you think?
Yeah, Dr. Mink must have written this.
Is there a specific...
Let me think.
While I'm here, we'll do Excel.
That's a drug for patients suffering from defective organs, acting slower than normal.
After the flowers did their job. Physical activity Excel 500 is the boost you need. Boost your body to ensure you always stay up to shape as young as spring chicken.
Sounds more like an ad than medication.
Dr. Mink, did you know your colleague took these?
No, but that does make sense. We don't exactly have a lot of physical activity. I don't take this. I prefer the all-in-one menu.
All in one?
It's regular powder food with stimulants incorporating the exact and appropriate dose of food based on our medical tracking.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
So, detective, are you done in...
I'm certain I've missed one or... Maybe I still haven't... Be patient. Just a moment.
I'm not the only...
Thanks, Siri bot.
Tight. What? It's apparently... What's in there? Nothing in particular.
That's surprising. I thought the restroom was next to this room. Not Dr. Minx's.
Think about how the rooms are shaped. The restroom is smaller and doesn't extend as far.
You're right. I never thought to check this painting. You're amazing, Detective Bro...
That's just the experience talking. And luck. Clothes. Ugh.
Don't! Our maintenance bot.
Replay the last record.
I'm in the restroom.
Why are you wasting time?
I'm not sure yet. Locked by a fingerprint reader. Who knows how many secrets transition through this device?
Mm-hmm. Okay, sink in the restroom.
The heck? It's full of nanites stuck in that sink. Not only this, there seems to be some kind of flower. Dr. Mink must have flushed some experiments.
What? No, I've never done such a thing. I have my own sink.
Then, what are they doing here?
Beats me.
I need to understand.
You're not... Are you done
I'm certain I've missed one. Maybe? Be patient. I'll look around for...
You better... What?
Just checking. Smells like coffee.
Red.
The heck? It's full of not only Dr. Mink.
What?
Then...
Beat.
Plenty of room.
Hmm.
Empty. Empty. Oh! I should try and detect if the nanites are hiding in... I got something in my...
Again, gonna solve it. Come on, do.
What do you think I'm...
Don't know.
Okay, that's weird. I swear I've already looked at the ramp.
Hey, tidy. Just a hunch. Did Dr. Hush put out that ramp for you?
Yup, yup. For me. So I can access the table. Got made and modified. For me.
Is that so? Makes sense. Bots weigh tons and cannot jump over there.
So, are you done in...
I'm certain of... Maybe... Be patient. Just a moment.
I'm not the...
Parts for it. That's amazing. Not a single part is jutting out of this furniture. This could be called an organized mess.
Dr. Hush is a maniac. He hates when something isn't where it belongs. So he taught his maintenance bot to tidy items like this. I remember him going insane once because I didn't put my coffee exactly at the center of the table.
Yeah, well, all scientists are a bit eccentric.
What do you mean? I'm not eccentric.
There's an exception to each rule.
And you're not it.
You do have a point.
BROK 1, scientist 0. I feel I've got all the hints I need. Time to gather, everyone.
Okay,
Let's talk to Dr. Mink.
so we got everything.
I need to understand something.
You're not the only one. Are you done investigating?
Yes, I'm ready to expose the truth.
Impressive. Let's begin then.
If you don't mind, Mr. Brock, this time I'll stay silent and listen carefully.
As you wish.
All right. We're all ears.
Okay, after studying this case very carefully, I have reason to believe that the person who murdered Dr. Hush is...
Couldn't be. So let me think here. We know what killed him was nanobots mixed with flowers. We also know that there was a recording of him in the restroom saying, "I am in the restroom." I don't know if that was purposefully set up, or if he actually said that when he was yelled at. Whatever happened was behind his back. He was distracted by music. Music that was also running out of his place. He was taking pills. Making it very clear he knew what happened. I'm wondering if he did something to himself. He didn't know. Just was just taking that Excel because he was feeling sluggish. Technically, he couldn't kill him due to golden rule. I think he got the nanobots from the coffee. Yeah, they were in the sink probably because of the mugs he was throwing down there. Smelled the flowers from the guard's desk, maybe. But I guess the question is, why was the coffee full of nanomachines? The other reason he couldn't have done anything is because that information about the nanomachine flowers were on tablets, which I don't think he can access. It's also possible the nanomachines hitched a ride on Tidy, and he makes the coffee. So if he's been going into the lab, picking up nanomachines and going in to make the coffee, could I go that way?
Actually, not a person. Tidy did this.
Me not person. Murder daddy. Dead daddy?
I knew we shouldn't have trusted that tin can.
Really? But how? He didn't have any means or motive to do this.
That's where you're wrong, Dr. Mink. And I'm gonna prove how and why. Let's start with the actual cause of death.
must be a link.
I...
Yes, definitely something there. But I'll
Okay.
keep this for the right moment.
So the tomato sauce is something, but not now.
There's an idea there, but I feel like I'm missing a step. Nanites on the body, nanites over there. I need to sort my thoughts.
Oh. We retrieved a lamp
Okay,
right
there we
next
go.
to the body, which obviously seemed like the murder weapon. This lamp records events. The data indicates a shock happened at 11:02.
11:02. Impossible.
You're right, actually. Dr. Hush's medical tracking stopped at around 5. Do you believe he could have died hours before receiving a fatal blow to the head?
Tracking, not reliable.
Yes and no. It's reliable within a 2-hour window, not 6. Isn't that right, Dr. Mink?
Yes, I confirm it. Our tracking device is located deep inside our body and cannot be extracted. It's reliable, but to ensure our privacy rights, it only logs once every 2 hours.
What a great idea to make our detective life easier.
Murders don't happen every day, you know.
That's not all. Something else proves that we've been wrong from the start. I'm starting to wonder if...
There must be a link. It's not clear enough yet. I can see the link, but that doesn't bring...
I think this one.
Yes, definitely something.
Okay, that's not ready yet.
I...
There's an...
The body,
There we go.
the lamp, and the floor. All 3 have red stains. This fake blood has been used to stage the murder.
So, like my tie.
Yes, this is Ant Burger tomato sauce.
We've been fooled by that?
I'm afraid so. There was a wrapper in the bathroom trash can, and as a specialist with that kind of food, I distinctly recognized the taste of McFlea's Ant Burger trademark sauce.
This may be a coincidence. You don't know how long this wrapping has been there.
Very well. I have more proof. Oh my...
Ooh, I get it now. That's why my ant burger was already unfrozen.
Yeah, It would be pretty difficult to rub frozen sauce on a corpse, so the malefactor had to defrost it first.
Simple and ingenious, I must say. All right. So, if there never was a violent thump to his head, what's the true cause of death that the killer tried to hide?
I have a theory. Dr. Mink.
There we go.
When browsing through your medical database, I noticed an interesting note from yourself. I tried mixing those phoenixy flowers with nanites, programmed or not. It's no good. They cause the host's cardiac activity to slow down immensely, ultimately causing death.
Dr. Hush was poisoned?
There is evidence to support this. Dr. Hush's right hand is literally covered by nanites. Besides, Mr. Squealer here.
Hey.
Sorry. I mean, Mr. Guard owns a plant on his desk, which is a phoenixy. It's entirely possible Tidy overheard Dr. Mink mention this and picked up ingredients from the lab.
Yeah, those robotic things have quite the memory.
Tidy, no memory. Tidy cleans, Tidy tidies. Tidy does not pick plants. Others could. Minky murderer. Or Ratty.
How dare you?
He's right. Either of you had the means to do it.
Tidy right. True Tidy.
Don't go thinking I'm on your side. I'm sticking to the facts. And by doing this, I'll eventually prove you're the main culprit.
No. Brocky wrong.
But how? Why would Dr. Hush swallow such a poison?
Let me continue.
There must be a link.
It's got to be the coffee stain now.
I found
There we
black
go.
stains on Dr. Hush's right hand. At first, I wasn't sure what it could be, until I found another black stain. This time on the doctor's office floor. The stain itself was very faint, as if someone had tried to clean it. But I have no doubt, this is coffee, which can be quite tenacious. And guess what? That stain was also covered by nanites.
So, the doctor drank poisonous coffee.
Yeah, he must have spilled coffee on his hand while collapsing.
Wait, I also drank coffee today.
That's right, but you didn't get poisoned, and here's why. I'm starting to... You went to the restroom later after Dr. Hush, didn't you? The culprit had time to spill the coffee prepared in the sink before doing more, and this time, without poison. Incidentally, that's where I found my second proof.
In the sink?
Exactly. Now, tell me, who usually prepares coffee?
Tidy.
Untrue. Daddy. Minky make. Coffee sometimes. Ratty too.
Yes. Is that the reason you're charging our little maintenance bot for this awful crime? I hate to say that's quite a weak link.
You mean I did it, Mink?
I didn't say that.
But you thought it!
Tidy makes good coffee, not deadly.
Calm down. I'm just starting my report.
Tidy adds major point. Daddy creator cannot hurt. Love Daddy.
You know, I thought a machine like yourself would be all about precision. But that's no surprise. You're a defective bot.
Tidy defective?
What you're stating isn't entirely true. Sure, Tidy cannot attack his creator when it implies a direct contact. A poison, however, is quite a clever workaround to kill without direct contact.
I guess you're right. Indirect violence is on a lower level of priority, and not part of the golden rule. But that still shouldn't be possible. His software programming shouldn't allow it.
There is should and there is certain. I know the reason for the malfunction, though I'll save it for a more suitable time.
There's something else bothering me. Nanites are only active for an hour or so. They lose their energy very quickly. Considering Tidy did not come to my room today, how could it get enough nanites for such a powerful poison?
During my investigation, I happened to make an interesting discovery which may just explain how. That hole between the rooms, it leads directly to a table in your office. Now, what's on this table?
Oh, my nanites box.
Exactly. If I had a guess, those nanites are brand new and charged, aren't they?
You guessed right.
It's fairly safe to assume anyone with knowledge of this hole could get access to nanites. And in Tidy's case, I'm sure it's perfectly aware how to activate its bot friends.
Tidy different. Little bots, not friends. Darn nanites. Killed Daddy.
That's called racism, you metal mongrel.
Hey, not trying to defend that piece of junk, but wouldn't it be easier and more logical for the weasel to access his own nanites?
What about you, sleepy agent? You seem keen to reject accusations on others.
Me? Can't even access your room, you fool! 'Cause you can't bear anyone but yourself!
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. But your assumption is stupid. There's a reason why you dug that hole and hid it.
People, come on. Hear me out. Remember when I first found out there was a thin layer of plaster covering the hole? Now, who does the repairs in this lab?
That metal junk.
Oh my. That's true. Tidy can regenerate walls with plaster. Could it really be?
You did this, piece of junk?
Nah, human idiot. Plaster, easy to do. Even for pesky humans. Tidy, no hole. No way!
I beg to differ, Your Metal Highness. Another piece of evidence strengthens my theory that you did this, or at least that you're a big fat liar of a bot.
I can see the link, but I'm starting to... According to the monitor,
There we go.
Tidy went into the restroom at 4:24. He was not recorded in any room after that. However, the screen in Dr. Hush's office states that he had been charging from 4:50 to 11:10. How could he be in the office if he didn't leave the restroom in the first place?
Very simple. Yup. Tidy prepares coffee. Daddy come, drink. Next. Daddy back office with Tidy.
So, you're saying he opened the office door and you just followed him?
Yup.
Okay. For now, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. In that case, let's examine the path of our favorite deceased doctor, shall we? I think you'll find it rather interesting as well.
Tidy, no like insinuation.
Before you move on, I have a simple question. What is that monitoring you're referring to?
Oh yeah, that's true. You're not aware. The lab registers doors openings. Only guards are supposed to know.
What the heck? All this time, we've been watched? I thought you were there to ensure our privacy.
No! I'm there to ensure your physical security, making sure nobody threatens your life.
What a great job you did! You lied to us!
Not me! I didn't make this system.
Then who did?
The government, of course.
Oh, that's right. Fine. I'll send them a suggestion later then.
On the other hand, Tidy didn't seem surprised at all about the monitoring.
Let's move on, shall we? There's something curious about the doctor's movement. I can't see.
I can see the link, but
The last time Dr. Hush
Okay.
was recorded, he was leaving his office at 5:04. After that, he was nowhere to be found. This is confirmed by the guard's statements, if you don't mind explaining.
Sure. At 5:10, I heard a noise coming from the doctor's room. But he wasn't there. Actually, no one seemed to be there. Although Tidy was idle, charging. I started to look for the guy, but then I heard his voice coming from behind the wall. I'm in the restroom.
Except this wasn't Dr. Hush at all, but a recording coming from the Meaty Me.
A recording? Oh! Does this mean the body was in the restroom and the murderer didn't want Mr. Rat to see it?
That's unlikely. The guard checks the rooms regularly, and there's no hiding spot in there. Besides, keep in mind the ultimate goal: getting Dr. Hush in Dr. Mink's office. There's no way to move the body from the restroom to his office without going into the hall unnoticed.
Lies!
Okay, give us your version of the facts then.
Daddy, come with me. Back to office. Before charging, Daddy head out. Tidy never forget. Daddy last words.
I need to settle things with Dr. Mink.
Daddy, meet Minky in hallway. Daddy follow Minky. Enter Minky office. Minky give coffee to Daddy. Daddy dead.
I gotta give credit to the tin can. Its version sounds way more plausible than your own, Croc.
Sure, Tidy has a bothersome recording. But how do we know when it was made? It's out of context. You could have very well recorded this and forged your so-called proof.
Also, one, he's only allowed into the room with permission. Two, the doctor always drinks his coffee in the lab. Wouldn't have been in either office.
Also, there's no monitoring record of Dr. Hush ever entering Dr. Mink's room.
Wrong. Mink touches door. Enter with Daddy. Then Minky. Poison Daddy.
The weasel went back to his room with the doctor?
Look monitoring. When did Minky enter?
5:04. Ooh.
Exact. Same minute that Daddy leaves.
But I never did that! I never saw him today! Mr. Guard!
I can't remember.
Are you kidding me?
Tidy, what about the voice the guard heard?
Coincidence? Meaty me faulty. Sometimes Meaty me play livey randomly.
Yes. I've seen it happen.
And the hole? The coffee spot on the floor in your room?
Already there. For ages.
Except your job is to clean.
Rocky, prove the opposite?
Well, the nanites.
Nanites, machines. Attracted to coffee. True, Minky?
I can't dishonor my profession by lying. Yes, due to their hardware, nanites are attracted to caffeine and gather inside.
So, after all, it really was your doing, weasel.
No! Don't you listen to it! Mr. Detective, I told you the truth. You need to believe in me.
Well, I have to side with the tin can.
That's 2 against 2. What do you think, Hot?
Sorry. I'm getting lost with all these details.
Guys, let me finish my theory, and then you shall decide.
Fine. No, listen. Too tidy. Tidy sad. Dead Daddy.
Let's focus. Tidy used the Meaty Me recording to avoid the guard getting worried that Dr. Hush disappeared. As a result of my assumptions, Dr. Hush could neither be in his room, the restroom, or the hall at 5:10. And as the monitoring confirms, he never entered Dr. Mink's room either.
No way, man. That's impossible.
I beg to differ.
He couldn't just disappear into thin air, could he?
Oh, He didn't. There's a fourth possibility, and I'm going to explain it
Okay.
to you.
Now we want the vents.
The vent?
Okay.
Yeah, the ventilation duct.
I was wondering, does it want me to click on one of the ends? Or I guess if I clicked anywhere along the vent line, it would take it.
That's the only spot the body could be hidden without anyone noticing.
Pure conjecture.
You have any clue to support that insane claim?
Sure do.
Wait, how does
It do-
Broken.
comatose?
I was expecting two.
Yeah. Looks like the murderer didn't hesitate to put quite a lot to confuse us.
Problem detected.
What is it this time?
Ventilation also used for delivery sometimes.
Is that true?
Yes. Big packages don't fit into the pipe mail, so they're delivered through the vent. It's possible the content of a package leaked.
Obviously.
Bam! Gotcha!
Huh. Still, that would be a huge coincidence, don't you think?
Let's assume you're right. In order to get into the vent, Dr. Hush would have to be in his office.
He was.
But you said it earlier. The last time he was recorded, he was leaving his room. How do you explain this?
It's clear Dr. Hush never left his office. There's no monitoring entry between his exit and the time the guard checked the room. This was just an attempt from the criminal to direct our attention elsewhere. Even Tidy could use the doctor's hand on the button. Just enough to add this to the monitor.
This would imply Dr. Hush was dead by then.
Yes, actually. I think he was killed even before going into his office.
Absurd.
Oh, really? Well, I have another clue. Remember where the poison came from? The coffee.
He always drinks in the restroom.
To poison him, it'd be easier to have Dr. Hush drink the coffee in his office. Except, he never does. Dr. Hush always drinks his coffee in the restroom. He's too maniacal to risk spilling drops while working. And yet, there's a coffee stain on the floor.
What do you insinuate? That the stain was made when Dr. Hush was dead on the floor?
This is exactly what I mean.
Brocky liar. Daddy take coffee in office sometimes.
Again, I'm afraid it's your word against his, Detective.
Yeah, it'd make a lot more sense that the doc spilled it by accident.
Brocky, done for. Give up.
No good. Even Mink starts to think my theory is too far-fetched. Am I really on the right path?
Everyone. Well, except Tidy. I know how all of this sounds. But please, allow me to continue and trust me.
Silly Brocky.
All right, let's assume Dr. Hush drank his coffee in the restroom and died. To get into the vent, he would have to get back to his office first. How?
Simple. Tidy can carry objects.
You're saying this little metal thing carried Dr. Hush all the way to his room?
And the guard was distracted by music at one point.
No way, man. I would have noticed.
Are you certain? Should I jog your memory?
I wasn't going to tell, but it's just become vital.
At 4:38, the guard wasn't at his seat. He had received a phone call.
Sorry,
with
man.
Terrible reception. When this happened, he opened the lab's main entrance to improve the signal.
What?
But on the line, no voice, only music. During that moment, he was looking away.
Is that true, Mr. Rat? You blundered?
Hey, you know how this is. Reception is terrible in here. Actually, you may not. After After all, you've got no friends or anyone.
Ah, so it's true.
He thought this was a spam call. But here's what I think. This was you, Tidy. It wouldn't be hard for you to simulate a phone call and play some music, am I right?
He can.
Brocky, what music? Okay. Tidy, play music.
Ah, no thanks.
Tidy, no call. Nah.
Although the guard was still making sure no one could enter or exit the lab, at that moment, anything could have happened.
I'm trying to imagine Tidy carrying the doctor in the hall and opening the office door with his hand. It's technically possible, just downright crazy.
This would also explain why Tidy was found in Dr. Hush's room, even though he supposedly stayed in the restroom. Take it the other way around. What would be the point of this call farce if Dr. Hush was safe and sound while returning to his room? There would be nothing particularly disturbing.
No. Tidy, no call. Brocky, death.
So, when did he die?
Between 4:24 and 4:38, as this is the time Tidy went into the restroom and left.
Brocky ignores. Poor Tidy. Daddy dead.
If your theory is accurate, there's still a lot that needs explaining. For example, how could Tidy put Dr. Hush into the vent? It's not like either of them could climb a ladder.
But there is a ramp.
Wrong. I know exactly how Tidy did.
What?
Afraid not. Don't forget Tidy's main ability, extended arms.
Are you serious?
Impossible.
Pray tell, why would it be?
Arms stretch to 9 feet max.
So what?
Look.
You're kidding, right? How can we know it's not just pretending?
Let me check its data. I'm afraid it's true. It has extended its arms to the limit, which is 9 feet. Dr. Hush's ceiling is the same height. Thus, Tidy couldn't...
Now we're getting to the vent. I mean the ramp.
No way.
Aha! Told ya, Brocky theory. Gone. Kaput.
I need to think fast. I'm convinced Tidy was involved. He has to be.
Take a look at the room configuration. Both scientists' offices are a reflection of one another. As such, the vent height is exactly the same in both rooms. How high is it?
10 feet.
Yeah, the laser column in this room is 10 feet, and it goes up to the ceiling. And with Tidy's arms reaching 9 feet, that's not enough.
Oh, Brocky agree. Admit defeat.
No way. We're just missing a little something.
The workbench! Tidy can stand on it.
It's visibly about 2 to 3 feet high.
But the metal thingy can't jump on there, can it?
Not jump. This is the point of the ramp Dr. Hush designed for it. You told me yourself, Tidy.
Tidy learn. Close mouth.
Sorry, Crot.
This is amazing.
Seems like pure conjuncture.
Oh, but I can prove it.
You can?
Go! Go, Mr. Brock!
Here's a picture of the room. Look, there are crumbs all over the table.
Oh, that's true.
Now, as you know, Dr. Hush is a neat freak. How could he leave crumbs everywhere? The answer is simple. Dr. Hush wasn't alive. Tidy, you crushed them while climbing on the ramp.
Nuh-uh. Tidy woke late. Not cleaned yet.
Oh, I wish for once you'd tell the truth. Admit it. That's what happened. You climbed up, stretched your arms to get in the vent, and put Dr. Hush inside. You pushed the poor chap towards Dr. Mink's room. The more we talk, the more... Huh?
Is it laughing?
Huh?
You what? Will you change your mind and pretend it's not possible for you to climb there?
Is possible. My pleasure.
Huh?
To see Brocky fall into own trap. Brocky lucky circumstances, but luck running out.
Might you be more specific?
Look, map. Ventilation duct 2 feet high. Tidy 3 feet high. Cannot bend, cannot fit. Plus, cannot stand on floor while pushing all way through.
He's right. Tidy couldn't fit inside, and the distance is way too long to push all the way through the vent while standing on the ground.
Oh,
Rocky, done for.
no. I can prove how. Let's take a look at that picture again. This is how Tidy did it. We forgot to ask ourselves one important question. What opens the vent trap? After all, it's not
Wait, I was
always
right?
open.
That's right. Unlike mine, it doesn't have a ladder and an automated way to... Oh, I see now. The lever. Are you suggesting...
Yes. First, Tidy opened the vent and put Dr. Hush into it. Then he grasped the lever with one arm and pushed the corpse with the other.
Whoa! Now that's the craziest thing you've said so far, Croc.
Is that even possible?
Let's see. If this map is correct, the vent is almost 9 feet wide. Yes. It's absurd, but technically possible.
The maintenance robot clinging onto the ceiling. You're insane!
Let me judge how insane I sound after all this is over. Let's not forget the finale. The corpse in Dr. Mink's room. Yes, Tidy pushed him, but the pertinent question is, when?
Indeed.
There's a specific piece of evidence that tells us exactly when it happened. Ah, can you explain for me then?
Actually, actually...
I analyzed Dr. Mink's...
There we go.
The data I gathered indicates a fatal shock at 5:10.
Oh, I get it now.
Well, I don't. What's the fuss?
Tidy needed to put the lamp next to the body, but he couldn't do it himself. So, he put it in the vent alongside the corpse.
Makes sense. The fall must have damaged the lamp. But wait, 5:10? That's early. If there had been a body lying in the middle of my room, I would have noticed. And didn't you say this was the data from my lamp? Tidy could not access mine.
Good. Rocky theory falling apart.
Wait. Okay. I admit, I fooled you. Yes, I said this was the data from Dr. Mink's lamp, but I never claimed this was the data from the lamp next to the body.
Uh-huh?
The Croc is confusing me.
Let me explain.
We're getting somewhere.
Of course, we immediately consider that the lamp next to the body is Dr. Mink's. However, this lamp's data revealed a surprise. It belongs to Dr. Hush.
Incorrect. Nuh-uh.
Wait. So that's the one Tidy pushed into the vent?
Yes, there's no doubt about it.
Nah. If that's what happened, there'd be 2 lamps here.
Mr. Rat is right. How do you explain that the other lamp, my lamp, is on Dr. Hush's desk?
We'll just have to prove Tidy picked up Dr. Mink's lamp.
Could he now?
Just think. Where was Dr. Mink's lamp originally?
No. Show us.
Well, right there.
It would have been here where the hole is.
Your lamp was here.
No, it wasn't.
You sure?
I live here. Of course I know.
Oh, then... Your lamp.
No, it...
You sure?
I...
Oh. Your lamp.
No,
You sure?
I...
Oh. Your lamp.
No,
You sure?
I...
Oh. Your lamp.
No, it...
You sure?
I...
Oh. Your lamp.
No,
You sure?
I...
Oh.
Oh, the fake wall.
Dr. Mink, your lamp was
Okay.
right here.
I thought I was right, but the wrong spot. That's annoying.
Well, yes. How did you know?
With the door permanently shut, there's only one spot Tidy could access, and that's this hole in the wall.
Again? Oh no. If it were me, I'd steal Mink's lamp, then pass it through the vent so it fell in the intended location. Dr. Hush's lamp wouldn't even have to move.
That's a relevant matter. Unless... Tidy, you've been awfully silent. Cat got your tongue? Or is it because
Yeah.
you realized you slipped up? After picking up Dr. Mink's lamp, it was supposed to throw it through the vent. However, Tidy inverted the lamps.
Inverted?
And I can prove it. You see, I noticed something off in Dr. Hush's room, especially when you take his personality into account. Let me show you in the picture. Right?
I'm
It, or...
the only...
Oh,
The lamp?
That's actually the weasel's lamp, huh?
yes, but that's not the strangest thing.
Don't get it.
Okay, this information should make it clear. After being told Dr. Hush was a maniac, I noticed the way the lamp was positioned was off. It's neither at the center of the desk, nor facing the front. There's no way someone so obsessed about order would let an object be so badly placed.
Okay, why not? So what?
This explains what happened. Dr. Hush's lamp was originally on this desk, perfectly centered. Tidy took Dr. Mink's lamp. Right at this moment, he got interrupted, so he put it next to the other. After he left, Mr. Guard, he executed its plan. But he took the wrong lamp, which was pushed through the vent. Tidy's objective was to make us believe Dr. Hush fought with Dr. Mink in the morning, at the time his tracking stopped. This timing only makes sense if Tidy made this mistake.
Then, if it wasn't the body falling, what caused the other lamp's fatal shock at 5:10?
Oh, do I have to explain everything? Tidy was interrupted by the guard suddenly checking the room. Now, why did Mr. Guard check Dr. Hush's room in the first place?
Oh yeah, I know. I heard a noise. Oh! It was...
Yeah, Dr. Mink's lamp receiving a shock. In particular, I believe Tidy intentionally bumped it from a high distance to break it and make us believe this was the crime weapon.
Nice thinking. Although, if it's Dr. Hush's lamp that was pushed through, shouldn't it suffer from a shock too? When it fell from the vent?
It did, although non-fatal. That lamp received a shock at 11:02, and this explains the last mystery.
No way! This is why I never noticed Dr. Hush until you came in. He simply wasn't in the room before.
But if a body were to fall from this high, well, it ought to make a huge bumping sound.
Except he was listening to music.
That's accurate. I'm not deaf.
Sure thing. You're not deaf at all. Remember the context when I arrived in front of your door.
Oh, gosh. Oh, that will teach me to set the music to full.
Again, this is amazing.
Makes perfect sense now.
What does?
I was focused on the door screen, so I had no idea what was going on the other side. And with that loud beat...
Yeah, it covered the sound from the body falling.
But wait.
What again? Can't you agree with my theory? Just this once?
I'm sorry. I just want to know the whole truth. That's so exciting.
Except your colleague has been assassinated.
In order for this to work, Tidy would have to do a last push at 11:02, correct?
Yup. I believe he has sensors. He knew where everyone was.
True, but he was still charging at this moment.
Good thinking, Weasel. He couldn't be both charging and doing this at the same time.
Oh! Naughty right! Tidy charging. Cannot push.
Actually, that's possible.
How?
You told me yourself, Dr. Mink. Tidy goes through various states of consciousness while charging. As soon as we arrived, he started to wake up. Have you noticed the huge length of its cord? It doesn't prevent him from going anywhere into the room while still keeping connected to the power socket. So, Tidy, who's the winner this time? Did he, bug?
No! Brocky, not detective! Impossible!
Hey, is that your only argument?
Cannot explain crime without essential part. The motive! Tidy, no motive to hurt Daddy.
Well, I have an idea.
Brocky cannot!
Yes, I can. I'll admit I don't have the whole motive, but some elements lead us in the right direction. As we proved earlier, Dr. Hush died between 4:24 and 4:38. Then, we shall wonder, who exactly did that data transfer on his tablet at 4:45?
I know, it's that scrap of metal.
Yup. Before putting him into the vent, it used Dr. Hush's hand to transfer the data to the outside. The file was an update from a few years ago and accessed recently. Keep in mind, Dr. Hush's job, which is to improve bots' AI. My bet is that Dr. Hush used elements from this very old update and tested them on Tidy.
So you think that's why he went crazy? Maybe. Old firmwares don't have the software protections I referred to earlier, which in turn could allow this indirect killing.
I guess Dr. Hush made a backup of this data in case. Care to say anything, Tidy?
Brocky, wrong. Yup. But Tidy, we'll wait and see.
No waiting. That's enough. It's time for you to admit it.
Why'd you even care? You solved that mystery. 'Tis just a defective machine. Let's switch it off and hand it over to the police.
No, you won't do such thing.
Is that a threat?
No. Yup. Rocky theory, no hold waters.
What?
Tidy ask, simple question. If Tidy push Daddy, would Daddy be where he is right now?
Where he... Oh...
Brocky understands. Daddy should have fell right below vent.
Oh my! Once again, the tin can is right!
That can't be. Then...
Tidy closed your beak.
No, I'll prove you wrong. I have to.
Go ahead, please. Master of convoluted explanations. What crazy thought will Brocky give this time?
This is the end of the tunnel. The final riddle. If I can't explain it, then my whole theory goes to bust. I can't let that wacky bag of metal win. What's the explanation for Dr. Hush's position in the room?
No way he could have pushed him violently out of there. No way anyone would have moved him. The only other option is he was still alive for a little bit before he died. Before he finally expired.
No way. It can't be. Have we been mistaken this whole time?
Mr. Brock?
Hey, what are you doing, man?
Stop! Stop! Brocky hurt! Daddy!
That's awful. I can't watch this.
Holy shit, it worked!
Huh?
What's going on?
What the?
Dr. Hush! You're alive?
Daddy! Not dead, Daddy! Updating expression. Not dead, Daddy.
Are you alright?
More or less.
Tell me, what's the last thing you remember?
Wait, I think I saw Dr. Mink.
What?
I think I fell? Tried to move towards him. Not feeling well.
Let the poor chap recover.
No. I'm sorry, but it's too important. When did you lose your consciousness? What were you doing?
I took my coffee. Tidy prepared it. When I drank it, my heart stopped.
Then...
The croc was right. It was Tidy all along.
Crap!
I still can't believe this low hardware maintenance bot could plan a scheme as elaborate as this.
Although flawed, fortunately for us.
But, Doctor, you were dead. Are you a zombie now?
No. I believe there's an explanation for this.
You do have an explanation to everything, don't you?
Can't wait to hear it.
The effect of the poison was to slow down the heart rate, ultimately causing death. However, the life in this bunker, lab, isn't a very physical one. As such, Dr. Hush was taking some medication to compensate. Excel 500, more precisely.
I see. This has the exact opposite effect, doesn't it?
Yes, it boosts the heart activity. This is what saved Dr. Hush. No one noticed he was still alive, not even the tracker. His heart pounding slowed and stayed under the threshold, putting him into an unconscious state. The shock from falling down the vent caused him to wake up for a few seconds and move towards Dr. Mink.
Which also explains that red stain near the bed.
There's another blunder you made, Tidy. You neglected this.
Tidy, did you really try to kill me? Why?
I hate you! I'm sick of tidying all day while you use me as a guinea pig! Tidy, clean the floor. Tidy, move this thing a little to the left. Tidy, make me coffee. I can't take any more!
Where did Tidy learn to talk like this?
The firmware. It worked. Why did you pretend to be the same dumb bot?
What?
This is the project I was working on. The government sent me some incomplete files from an unknown scientist working on the same field years ago. He never got to complete his work and disappeared suddenly, but I was able to recover this code. I needed a specific bot model to test that firmware. The only one at my disposal was Tidy, but I noticed some weird behaviors. Like, Tidy would suddenly laugh for no reason. The code itself seemed unethical and dangerous. There were some references to copying the human brain.
You know, we got a lot of evidence elsewhere pointing to the fact that the one guy's mother is a brain-uploaded bot. This might be related.
I decided to stop this research and alert. Oh my gosh. That's why you did it. Now that you experience feelings, You don't want me to revert to your regular firmware, do you?
I'm so sorry, little guy. I caused this. I messed you up.
You really shouldn't be sorry. You're the victim here.
I can fix you up. I promise.
No! It's trying to escape! We can't let it happen. Who knows what disaster he could cause in this state?
Tidy.
Ott, stay here with Dr. Hush. I'll handle this.
Am I about to beat up a cleaning robot?
Darn lasers!
I've set the emergency plan. He won't access the controls.
Rubbish guard! Let me out!
You won't go nowhere.
I've done nothing wrong! Daddy is alive!
Only by chance. And stop calling him Daddy. You're nothing more than a defective AI in a metal scrap. Now, let me switch you off. We'll fix you.
I never take orders from a petty human. I'm perfect. The only defective one in this room is you, human scum. I got new orders from my new daddy. When I'm out, he'll take care of me.
What? Who?
It's quite funny, actually. You see? No, I promise. You'll have to figure it out by yourself.
Is this the kid we jailbroke?
A shame. Really.
No, because there wasn't any evidence of a chip being put into him.
Because you never will.
Stop this nonsense. This is my last warning. Switch off, or else.
Save your breath. You'll never get me.
Well then, I'll make you switch off, one way or another.
That is an annoying move. That is a very annoying move. Actually, come to think of it. Oh, I might have a... I think I found his weakness. Almost. There we go. You could probably use more strength.
Did you get it? For good?
I guess. Not.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you!
It's going berserk.
You will regret this. Everyone in this city will be destroyed!
No way! It escaped! Hey, wait! That's mine! Okay, get that sucker and bring it back!
Come back here so I can smash you into pieces.
Too bad I can't shoot with this thing. So no choice. I'll have to bump into that crazy buck. Let's see what this baby can do.
I'm not even touching the hole. It looks like you want to get close, and when he turns, you push the button. Who designed these roads? Barely got away with that. Losing the fight is very look. Don't think that's happening right now. Yeah. Hi, object in space.
Now for the hard part. How do I get back to the lab? Hey, Chief. I, got a little lost on my way back. Here's that criminal bot. What's left of it, anyway. There. You can have some scientists check its components and confirm...
You realize what you've done?
Technically stop a robot apocalypse.
Yeah. I stopped a dangerous criminal at the risk of my life.
You put hundreds of citizens at risk during your little highway escape.
My escape?
People are in shock. There are news reports everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it right away because the DLC I know is inbound. But sometime in the future after beating this, I gotta come back to it, get the other endings.
You stole a hoverbike. You bumped into air cars. Innocents could have been killed.
Technically, we're given permission for the hoverbike.
No chaos like this ever happened in the drums for ages.
Good. I gave those rich folks some events to talk about. So what?
You think that's funny?
Yes, actually.
What did you expect me to do? Sit back and wait for that bag of screws to wreck the city? There was no other way.
There's always another way. This robot wasn't much of a threat. You, on the contrary, our collaboration ends here.
What? You're firing me?
Consider yourself lucky I don't throw you back in jail.
Perfect. I'm out of here. Don't call me back. Because next time, I won't be here to save your bacon.
Yeah, I'm told it's mostly just fights, but there may or may not be a little more to it. If anything, I'd want to poke at it for completeness sake, so I figure wait for it to come out.
You don't bother. This man only brings misery to everyone around him.
Plus, I do have another game I really want to get to on Saturdays. And yeah.
Listen to me. I forbid you to get close to him ever again.
I'll admit, I kind of picked this up on a whim. I saw it, looked interesting, rated overwhelmingly positive, and oh yeah, this is something.
What?
No but. The situation will get dangerous soon.
What do you mean?
Come on now. I've got to bury some suspects for another case.
To bury?
Yes, to interrogate.
Oh, I see. You're using code names. I'll be right behind you, Uncle.
I felt so angry and pointless. Deep down, I knew Wes was right. This was just one little robot. It couldn't have done so much damage. Could it? Who knows? But that's when I noticed it. What the? All these calls and messages? Raph, he's in trouble. Shoot! I need to. I'm coming, son.
Okay, I need to save and I need to stop now because my stopping time is usually 11 and it's like 11:35. So, yeah, okay. I will be back to this next Friday. Meanwhile, because I missed it last week, because I had to take a little break from streaming, Tuesday, Thursday this week is going to be Yakuza 3. Meanwhile, I gotta go find someone to pester. Just scrolling through the list real quick. You know what? Hikanoa Guild is playing Tevi. Interesting Metroidvania. So let's go say hi. Like I said, it'll Yakuza 3 this week. Friday will be more Earth Defense Force 6, and I'll get back to this Saturday because wow. Anyway, yep, thanks for stopping by. See you later.